Damn, my gain was way up. Let's make it a little more. Hold on, what's that sound like? Oh, that's a lot better. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, we can do this. That's better. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Okay. So we're just going to look through some Scottish youth players and see if there's any decent youth players we can get in on a free while I wait for people to get into the stream. And what I think I'll do I thought I saw Nathan McKinnon down here. It's Nathan McCown. Yeah, we're gonna look through some Scottish youth intake players while we wait for people to get into the stream. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one in chat to see the transfers. If anybody's curious to see the players that I have already transferred in, because I've already transferred several players in at this point to the team. So one in chat to see the transfers we've made so far. And just in case there's anybody in here, I will start stream by looking at the transfers anyway, because we still haven't done, well, actually that's not true, because I haven't had time to do a full stream. So I've basically been clicking around the game, sort of stuck here. We're still in May. The season's just ended, but I've still signed a bunch of guys to pre-contracts and basically blown my entire transfer budget already in classic FM fashion, although this is what I always do, especially when I'm in the Scottish league or some lower league. It's very easy to do. We signed Fergus Owens on the last stream. He's probably going to end up being a backup center back. He's not bad, though. He's young. He's 30. I like the 13 decisions. The 5 determination, I mean, he might. I said he's young. He's going to grow. He might not grow, actually. But who knows? He's not a bad player. Matty Allen is going to get a lot of playing time. Right now, I think he would be the starting right-footed center back with the caveat that Dane Murray is a much better player than him, but I like the 14 tackling on Matty Allen. He's definitely not a bad player with a bad track record, but Josh Grigor is also going to be in competition for playing time as well, who we signed in a pre-contract. He probably is a better player with higher upside. He's probably going to end up starting. He didn't play a single game for Inverness after we sold him to them for cheap, to be honest, but he didn't play for him, and we ended up getting him back, so positive move. Ayrton Sunker, I'm not sure. Is that how you pronounce it? Sunker? Ayrton Sunker, yeah, I think I got it right. But yeah, he's not bad. 16 jumping reach, 6'3". This is a guy who's going to score some headers. I like the leadership, especially 12 leadership. Good aggression, good anticipation. 9 bravery is salvageable. His mentals hopefully will grow, actually, even. He's 26. He's got some time to grow, though. He's got some time to grow. Ryan Baptiste is a left winger we signed from this non-league team I found. I was just clicking around some non-league teams in Scotland. I'd imagine. I don't even remember how I found this guy, to be honest with you. I think I was, yes. Oh, you know how I found this guy? I was looking at our rivals. I was on the Bonnyrigg Rose homepage, and this Pinnacle is one of our Pinnakewick is one of our local rivals, and he plays for them. He isn't a fantastic defender. In fact, only 5 tackling, so I may end up using him more up the pitch. But he's a fun fullback, and I think he might make up for some of his lack of defense with the 16 teamwork. He's a funny player, 2 vision as well, 5 flair, weird player, 4 agility, just kind of a weird player. But we'll see how he gets on, as the British say. Kyle Simple, 18 determination, 12, 14. This one speaks for itself. He was down at some non-league team. This guy's a genuinely fantastic player, left-footed center back. There's nothing wrong with him except for the 7 positioning, 8 teamwork. I guess those aren't great for a defensive player, but 18 determination and 21 overall. I just want to play this guy. I just want to give this guy some playing time and see what happens. And if we really can't give him to playing time, because you've also got Greg Young, but Greg Young was on loan for us last year, and he's going to be our starting left back. So we've done a ton on defense, and that's what I always like to do in Football Manager is spend money on the defense first. And it's going to be hard to go through all those transfers, but hopefully people don't ask too often. Hopefully I'm not just sitting here going through that over and over again all stream long. But Scott Adams is like kind of a depth player. I'm not really sure about him. 2 anticipation. He's got like some weird 6 pace. He's like lacking in some weird places, but we'll see how he does. Michael Bianco's a young guy, so same thing. Really good mentals though. Enough for me to ignore the 7 pace. He's probably never going to be able to play in like the Scottish Premiership with that low of pace, but he's still not a bad player. Yeah, he's got such good mentals that I kind of believe in him anyway. And here's the main player, Kieran McKechnie. This guy, I think Queen of the South, did they get promoted? They got promoted too, I believe. Oh, no, they didn't. But they were second in League One. And he was one of their better players, and we managed to get him off of them for a free. Although he still has to agree to the contract, so we'll see. But right now, that's everything that we've done, and we're going to, again, start this stream by just going through the youth intake and trying to find some decent free players from the rest of Scotland. So let's just look up Scotland. Transfers, youth intake. Here we go. And I found a good player already. Scott Leonard is a good player. Very short, undersized, 5'5", 110 pounds, but he is only 15, so whatever. Dribbling 11, finishing 9, first touch 7. But, I mean, look at the mentals. Determination 15, leadership 13, teamwork 7. This guy's like a team captain of some squad in the future, Scott Leonard. And I thought we already had him on our short list, but I'm going to shortlist him, and maybe we can get him for free. I don't know if I'm just curious. Let's see. I mean, like, what are they going to want for him? We say $0. What do they say? Wow, okay. Sure. Yeah, fine. See? This is why we do this. It's like I said, we can have a good youth intake or a bad youth intake. In Scotland, sometimes it's kind of hard to have a bad youth intake because so many teams have free, like, genuinely good players available. Who is the really good player in our youth intake? This guy, Ryan Marshall, was the really good player in our youth intake, and for really good. He's good for what we consider for our youth intakes. Okay, so one sec. I'm going to tell people that we are live. go. Live playing FM! Exclamation point. Post. Lovely. Okay. Alright, so let's keep looking. Whoa. Stop touching the mic. Okay. Dominic Middleton. Wow, this kid is not bad, but they're going to want money for him. They'll probably be like, I mean, if it says there's any asking price at all, they're probably going to want money for that player. Let's do it like this. Sorry, I need to... Scott Gordon, Stuart Duncan, Paul Patterson. This guy... Wow. Yeah, 1.5 to 4K. Again, if we go in for that guy, they'll probably be like 20K. Like we'll have money for that. Our budget is like 15K, so we need guys who actually are free. And it's also true that a lot of guys at the bigger teams like Falkirk just aren't going to be free at all. Bardic Thistle, this guy might not even... He's like, all right, but he's also not even free. So we should be more looking at smaller clubs for decent free regions, smaller clubs like our own, and not Partick Thistle, maybe not even Greenock Morton. Yeah, I mean, that guy's 0, but he's bad. Yeah, so a lot of these guys that... Here. Bill Glover? No. His mentals are awful. No mentals. Scott Park. Corners, marking, pace... James McGill. Jimmy McGill? Better Call Saul? We got to get this guy too. He's actually not bad either. Defense is okay. Determination. Not great pace, but that's the case for a lot of these Scottish players. And we'll get him free too, hopefully. That's not a bad player. Dumper line, Calvin Harvey. That guy's actually good. And of course, we also have a chance to just discover some mind-blowing region somewhere here, of course, that we can put on our short list. If some crazy generational region, like this guy's pretty nuts, spawned at one of these clubs, we have a chance to shortlist him. This guy got 14 pace, 16 finishing. Yeah, like, see? Handy time to say that. 14 aggression, 18 bravery. Man. I mean, look at some of the technicals though. Woof. 1 tackling, 1 marking, 1 long throw, 1 free kick, taking 1 corner. I mean, he's a striker, so he doesn't need to do any of those things, but yikes. 4 passing and 5 penalty taking. 5 penalty taking. How does he have 5 penalty taking and 16 finishing? Please explain that. Yeah, he can shoot really well, except for when like he has to take a penalty kick. That kind of doesn't make sense. I imagine there are people like that. I imagine there are players like that out there. It does exist. Jordan Ray. 4 determination. Who's the guy above him? Kevin McGill. This guy just has physicals. See, with the 10 determination and the physicals, it just kind of makes me curious now. Like, it's kind of like an experiment. I mean, he also has 9 crossing already. 10 determination. Like, if I had this guy as a regen, I'd be kind of psyched. But yeah, they're gonna want money for him. Also, I'm definitely scouting him. I'm interested in this player. I'm just interested, like, casually. He's got 10 determination and perfect physicals. What kind of a player do you turn into? It's not perfect physicals, but like for this level, yeah, pretty much for a 15-year-old regen, that's about as good as it gets. If you're not at, like, Celtic. Celtic might have a crazier regen than that. Daniel Campbell. This guy's also a striker. Decent mentals, but the physicals aren't there really. 7 pace. Lots of slow players though in Scotland, like always. It's really like there's a lot of players who are good except they're slow. Like that team we watched last stream, um, that was trying to get promoted. What were they even called? I don't even remember now. But they were just very slow. The whole team was slow. Like they'd get the ball and the whole game would slow down. It was like somebody hit slow motion. Man, these guys are not fast. They just couldn't chase the ball. If they'd put the ball in space, the other team would just take it from them. Here, Blair Allen, 0 to 9K. We have to find guys with 0, and that's probably not going to be East Fife, or really probably any fully pro team, because like we said last stream, East Fife is fully professional. They just spend their money horribly. Michael Bayless, this guy. This guy's really not bad at all. He's a good winger. His mentals are kind of disastrous. One leadership is kind of like off-putting. He kind of looks mean too. Looks like a bully. I don't know. 14 flair is also cool though. He's got really good physicals. Got 14 flair. He's got a good first touch. Wait. Wait. Brandon Nealand. Callum Burke. Okay, here we are. We're back to where we were. Cowden Beath. Leon McKay. No. I need to do it like this too. I keep forgetting. Kyle Park. Got determination. That's kind of it. Kyle Stott again. Like the physicals are just not there. Paolo Vernacci. Of course, our rival Kelty Hearts get a fucking Italian region. Paolo Vernacci. Where did he come from? That dude's not Scottish. Canadian Peter Bailey. Okay, so he probably can't play for him. It's really frustrating trying to get foreign players in this league at least, or whatever set of rules we're playing with. Because whenever we get a player who's any kind of foreign nationality, the game is just like, oh, he has to play this many games for the national team to qualify for a work permit. I guess it's the Brexit rules. Craig McCracken, Jacob Hart, Ian Lockhead. Strauner might have somebody free. No. Low determination. Not that good. Stevie Hogg. Lewis Thompson. Oh, 4 pace. I was psyched for a sec with 4 pace. Kevin Farquhar, Evan Fraser. Evan Fraser, 14? Finishing? Yeah, 4 pace. Every player is just molasses slow. Here, this guy's got a crackling 8 pace to go with his 2 dribbling and 3 finishing. I mean, he is a defender, but like, honestly, he's a central defender with 8 pace. He's got 1 vision. He's got 1 vision. Oh, and we're at the bottom already? Oh, because we're just in April. Okay. We're just in April. There's still March to go. Vale of Leithian. Here, this is the kind of team we should actually be looking at. That might spawn in a random decent one. Yeah, here's the big clubs. Anybody have it in February? No. May? That's it. Rangers, Andy Hay. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. Stuart Sweeney. Man, this guy's mentals are nuts. Yeah, but again, every Rangers player is going to be like 160K right from the start. This guy, Greg Barclay. Again, very slow. Every single one of these players seems like they're slow. 8 pace. Even the guys at Celtic and Rangers. 1 pace. Oh, he's a goalie. Okay, that's a little more understandable, but still 1 pace is crazy. How do you even have 1 pace? This guy is generational. This guy's ridiculous. This guy's pretty crazy. Not only left-footed, 12 pace, runs with ball through center, striker, 16 flair, 12 determination, but the golden triangle. 11 dribbling, 14 finishing, and 15 first touch as a 16-year-old. This guy is probably going to play for the national team in the future. He's going on the big boy short list, but unfortunately he's already been discovered. He's already at Celtic. Nicky Watt, again, pretty tremendous player, but slow pace, six pace. Mikey Boyle, Grant Willis, Bruce Allen. Oof. Man. Bruce Allen, another crazy player. 19 determination. 19 determination. I wish he was a midfielder, but 11 crossing. He got it too fast. 12 pace, 11 stamina, 14 acceleration, and 14 aggression. Again, another player where I'm like, can we get this kid on loan? I mean, honestly, I might go in for this kid on loan this season. I'll do it. I might try it. Like, that's one of the things that we haven't done yet. You know, we've gone mostly with defensemen. We have brought in one attacking option, hopefully. But most of the guys we've tried... This player's crazy. Most of the guys we've brought in have been defensive help. We still haven't brought in anyone on the offensive side of the ball except for that one player. So we still have room to loan in people from big teams, is all I'm trying to say. And we have that affiliate connection with Hearts. But, I mean, really, we can hopefully loan in players to anybody in Scotland that we want to. Now that we're in League One, and where I doubt we'll be expected to go down. I don't know if the game will have us projected to get promoted, but I think if they're smart, it probably should. I think we're probably going to have no problem getting promoted out of League One, or at least being and staying in the playoff spots. There's probably going to be some team that's better than us when I think about it now. We'll probably be in the playoff spots. But we're already a good League One team as it stands, I think. Especially up front, especially in goal. Oh, and by the way, I have not mentioned this. Let me just shortlist these guys. Again, 9 pace on this guy, but he's an insane striker. Matthew Dixon. Aaron Ingram. Calvin Allum. Jordan Brenner. Kelechi, where was he? Where was that other crazy player? It's not Dixon. It's not Sinclair. It's not Allum. Ireland. Ingram. Kelechi. Dunn. Bremner. Where was he? I swear I saw some other nuts player here. David McMillan's pretty good, but I thought there was one more guy. I must be crazy. We're about to look at Hearts, but I was going to show you guys another announcement, a contract extension announcement. If I can't find him, all right, I don't know. General info. Here you go, Patty Martin. Well, we're negotiating a new contract with Patty Martin. I guess he didn't sign it yet, but yeah. We're going to sign Patty Martin to a new contract. He hasn't been even willing to sit down with us, but finally 2 weeks out of the contract expiring, he sits down with us and negotiates. I believe he's getting a pay cut, so I don't really... I don't know. We've done a really good job keeping our pay structure together and keeping the contracts under 20K. Except Kieran McKenzie, who is going to get star playing time, so I have no problem giving him the 25K he asked for. But I think he started asking for like 40K, and we got him all the way down to that with some bonuses, of course. But it was still pretty hard to get it over the line at 25K. And if somebody else comes in for an offer for him, we still might lose him. So I don't know that we're going to even be able to get McKenzie in, but hopefully. Hopefully. The plan B is obviously just a lone player. From this long list we've been looking at here. Well, no, not necessarily, but from one of these clubs. Probably from Hearts. I mean, look at some of these guys. I mean, this is our affiliate. Look at this guy. They just regened in. This is like the best regen in the whole country. 9.8 to 15 million. I doubt they want to loan him yet. He's too young to go out on loan. I think he has to be 16 to go out on loan. So as soon as he's 16, we're going to be trying to get that guy on loan. Where is he? I think it was Aaron Freeman. Oh, no, that's a goalie. This guy's very good, though. I'll definitely put him on both the regular shortlist and my special shortlist, Aaron Freeman, and it's a very happy day. Hopefully these guys wear Bonnyrigg Rose shirts one day. Both of these players. Add to shortlist Craig Mullen. Hopefully get used to hearing that name, or get used to hearing me curse his name as he plays for some other team. Anton Bremner has some of the better mentals. Kid's a genius. Aaron Butcher. Okay, Motherwell. Steve Harris, think that guy's an Iron Maiden. Callum Adams, Scott Fraser. Ooh, 18 determination. 11 pace, 13 first touch, 11 marking, 11 passing, 14 work rate, 14 teamwork. He's not bad. I don't know about... I'll just put him on the regular shortlist. Why not? Grant McDonald, Jack Walsh, Paul McLean, Sean Hamill, Hamilton. This guy's got 20 aggression. I'm just going to shortlist this guy just based on that. Oh, he's only got 4 determination. That's not a good mix. That's not a good mix. Having 4 determination and 20 aggression is not a great mix. Marcus Smith, Mike Smith, Nick Brown, Alan McIntosh, Grant Fotheringham, Lewis Campbell, Ben McKenzie. Ooh, look at Ben McKenzie. 20 aggression, 17 bravery, 16 teamwork, 16 work rate. Man, this is part of what makes me fired up that we just upgraded our youth rating and just got a better youth intake. Like the fact that we could get players like this generated at our club one day. The amount of coping we've had to do with our own youth intake this is so far is unacceptable. Jack Coop, man. Jack Coop. This guy is good. Again, 8 pace. Yet again, same thing. I'm like, man, this guy's amazing. I look at the pace and it's like, oh. Oh, he's slow as dirt. Oh, he's slow as hell, man. Lewis Pope is not slow as hell. 13 pace, 14 acceleration. Nice golden triangle, another future loan possibility there. Lewis Pope. These guys are all very young, though. There could be even better loan options out there for us at the big clubs. So when we're done doing this, let's get into when we're actually done with this, let's get into actually simming the rest of this offseason. John Sellers, there we go. 3 determination. Nick Madden. Again, like 8 pace. He's a center back, though. Unambitious, he has 15 determination. He's listed as promising center back, though. Daniel Webber, we're almost to the end here. St. Johnstone. St. Johnstone might have some free players. We have to keep in mind, I mean, we're kind of getting distracted by all the wonder kids at this point. Or wonder kids relative to our level. With, usually with no pace. But we're getting distracted by wonder kids and not focusing on the free players, which is kind of what we're looking for, actually. And that's more likely to be at a team like Montrose than at a team like Ayr United. Okay, let's see. Let's see Montrose. Now, that guy's good, but 0 to 5K isn't bad, but he's not really special. And again, it's just so many slow players in the Scottish leagues. 7 pace, 6 pace. And you just know that when we get up to League 1, it's going to be just like Stranraer last season in League 2. There's going to be some team that's just going to try to hoard possession. Because to be honest with you, if there's this many players with low pace, then what other tactic or team's going to go for? But it also makes it pretty easy to just break the game with pace. If you have better pace than the other teams in the league, you're kind of hard to stop. And it's like I feel like I didn't even mean to set my team up into a wing play style. I think they just did wing play because I like had fast players and didn't give them any offensive instructions. I just have guys who can dribble and pass and run. And that isn't necessarily the case for every team in the fourth league of Scotland. A team like Stranraer just kind of like shuts up shop and tries to keep the ball for 70% of the game, whether or not they score, because that's what they kind of have to do. Ennis Mills, I'm sure that isn't like reflective of real life. I'm sure there's more skill in the Scottish league than is stereotyped, because I feel like the higher levels of the game are actually a higher level of soccer than I think people think. Okay. But yeah, I guess that does it. Let's look at, very importantly here real quick. Let me just do one thing. Oh hi. I like my own stream like a goober. All right. Cheating. Absolute cheating. Liking my own stream. How dare you? So we record high point total, record high placing in the Scottish leagues, winning League Two. Bonnyrigg Rose apparently never played in League One. Our striker, Blair Henderson, has won since League Two a Player of the Season with 25 goals and 3 assists, average rating of 7.39. Hitting target with 57 of his shots at a rate of 3.21 per match. So he takes 3.21 shots per match. That's very impressive. Especially for that he's a target man. Gil Martin, on loan from St. Mirren, was our main striker this season, and he was an advanced forward. So it's impressive that Blair Henderson did all that in a supporting target man role most of the time, which is crazy. But he's also extremely important to the team and good at his job also. The 8 passing, it doesn't look great, but the 8 passing, 10 teamwork, 10 vision, and 11 decisions also enable him to be a very, very talented target man, especially at this level, and facilitate play even. We've won head coach of the year. Who is this? Oh, our GM is pleased. Good. And Greg Young, which is incredible because I don't even. Oh, you know what? No, he played for Dumbarton too. So he did end up getting into 31 games in the league and had 9 assists, which is wild for a left back. But that's part of why we like him, his ability to cross, his ability to pass from deep. I do tend to like to have an attacking fullback over here on the right and then a support fullback on the left. Somebody who can get a little bit further up that side here, and then somebody who can cross from deep here. But Greg Young, Paddy Martin, no surprise. Hopefully he signs a new deal. Dane Murray, which he gets put on the right side here in the team of the year, which is funny because he's our left-footed center back. But I guess Jason Brown would be the right-footed center back. This guy's not bad, but he doesn't really have the passing that I look for, the vision, the stamina. But he's a good player mentally. I understand why Peterhead like him and how he's key in their success. Hamish Ritchie gets team of the year from Peterhead. Andy McCarthy from Peterhead is not a bad player at all. I liked watching Ross Meechan play. He might not be that good of a player, but when you watch him on the field, he's actually a very productive player. At least for Stenhousemuir, he seemed to be doing a very good job. Ross Taylor from Stenhousemuir gets team of the year, and then Henderson and Gil Martin, of course, because they both broke the 20 goal plateau, make team of the year. And let's finally fast forward. I've been like stuck at this point in the game for a couple days because I haven't had the time to stream. And here we go. So we get some offers accepted. Right, Ryan, what's his name? Ryan Bapty. Scott Leonard doesn't want to play for Bonnyrigg Rose. Can't blame him. And James McGill, this young kid, he wants a newer contract. And you know what? I kind of don't want him. I think it's funny that his name is James McGill. Well, he is available on a free. He's 6 feet tall, defensive. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Fine. Let's see. Let's see what he wants. Who is Ryan Bapty? Oh yeah, this is the left back. That's right. He only wants emergency backup. but if we're going to pay him more, I kind of just want to give him squad player. Even if he does just end up being an emergency backup, I kind of want to give him squad player because we're going to pay him over 10K. And that's kind of the way pay scale works in this game, or at least the way that I feel it works. And I don't want to, I don't want to give star players over 20K. Sorry, I don't want to give a regular starter or something over 20K. I don't want to give a squad player over 20K. I don't want to give an emergency backup like 10K or something like that. I don't want to mess up the pay scale for my whole team in that way, because that is the way I think this game works. I've had experiences in this game where I have a star player, and or rather, I have somebody who wants star player. I negotiate them down to regular starter, but they still want, say, for just an example for what a salary would be in this save, 50K. And I negotiate them down to 40K, but they're still on regular starter. Well, now I'm paying a regular starter 40K, and my other star players, if they're on like what my star players were on last year, 19K, I've messed up the pay scale for my entire team now, and all of my star players are going to be going, why aren't you paying us that much, right? Why aren't you paying us 40K? So I'm not going to pay one of my emergency backups 11K. So I'd rather have Ryan Baptiste on squad player if he's going to be on something like 11K or even like 9K, which is what I think I'm going to try to get it down to. Just to explain the logic there. He still wants 11.25. We'll give him 10 flat. We'll give him a $70 appearance fee. Nice. Okay. That's not a bad player. He gets a promotion from the non-league into the Scottish League game. And McGill wants important player, which is absolutely nuts. So I'm going to go down to League 2 from the championship. You better give me important player. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Buddy, you're a future prospect. I feel like he's just not going to. It's just going to be pointless. So we're just going to walk away. He's not going to take that. If he wants important player, he's just. So our mission to find a free transfer, unfortunately, there completely fails. But we definitely find some interesting wonder kids to track. So it's always worth doing that anyway. Going and looking through the whole youth intake just to see if there's a good player. And let's see, we've got some outstanding contracts here. I am very, very curious to see if this works out. Just one moment, you guys. Okay, so the news is out that we've offered McKechnie a contract. Let's see. Champion Bonnyrigg Rose season stats. Bonnyrigg Rose remarkably crowned champions of League 2 this week. Let's take a look at how the team performed throughout the season to achieve such a feat. 2.33 goals per game, 1.2 conceded. Crazy. 3.51 opposition passes, 1.99 expected goals, 1.32 expected goals against. Only 1.9, so we outperformed our XG by 0.4 on average a game. It's kind of nuts. But it speaks to how good our strikers were. 10.3 fouls against, so we were tough to play against. 18.69 tackles. We were just a really good team. Third in shots on target as well. We were just a good team. Okay, so Dylan Patterson is no longer concerned about his preferred position and role promise, because even though we're playing him in other positions, he's playing well and getting a lot of playing time, so he doesn't care. Ennis Murray is mad that we haven't improved the first team coaching staff, because I'm not going to actually do that. I apologize. No. I'm just going to say I haven't been able to find any suitable coaches to bring in. I'm just going to say I think you should go back to focusing on playing soccer, mother. Yeah, sorry, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. You're a professional. Who cares? If he wants to complain about it, he can complain. We'll have a team meeting or something. I don't really care. Semple, close to signing for Bonnyrigg Rose. Let's go. This guy's a very good player. I'm going to give this guy a lot of playing time, I think. 14 tackling, 18 determination with good pace, decent other attributes. He lacks in some places bad stamina, bad work rate, vision, but off the bench for sure. Off the bench, he can play both center back and left back, so he's a very good player for us for this upcoming season, because we're going to need depth. Callum Crane is also a guy I've been looking at because he just plays a bunch of positions. He plays center mid and left back. Well, also, and he also has gets for whenever possible, knocks ball past opponent. He can dribble the ball as well. A little older, but he also isn't on super high salary. We haven't made an offer for him yet, though. Even though I like him as a player, and he was annoying to play against as well. I don't necessarily know if I have the money in the coffers. We're going to wait for these other. I think that's a transfer where we'll wait for the other ones to go through before seeing what kind of money we actually have to throw around. Greg Young agrees to a permanent deal, $8,000, but a pretty low salary of $11.75K for someone who's going to start games for us. Frankie Dean. Lots of good stuff there. Good pace, good agility. Decisions, flair. He's got good dribbling. Yeah, I mean, he's a star player at Edinburgh as well. He's already on our short list. Hey, there we go. Kieran McKinchy. We get a new star player on an end-of-contract deal. Clean bill of health. 2.2K deducted, but it's a 25K a year salary with a 40% promotion raise. 5K loyalty bonus. 300 appearance fee. 100 assist bonus. Crazy stuff there. But we get a very, very important piece of our future here in Kieran McKinchy, hopefully. And Bapti, squad player, 10K a year, and Sunker, 12.25K on a fee of $0. So a lot of affordable and hopefully solid players for this next league coming in to help our defense. Some expiring youth candidates. Yeah, okay. I'm just not going to offer any of these guys contracts because I clearly didn't select them anyway. We know who our good youth players are at this point. I guess that's what the 6 trials finish means. And let's keep going until we can actually. Bonnyrigg Rose, here's our youth intake class. Hey, Patty Martin signs a contract extension. Finally, he didn't even want to negotiate with us until like 2 weeks before his contract expired, but here he is. Our goalie is back, and we don't have to worry about finding a new goalkeeper in League One. I mean, you know, there's still some concerns with Patty Martin. I've never liked the command of area, the communication. The mentals aren't super solid, but the physicals are great, and he is a good goalie. He's performed very well for us behind our very solid defense that we always like to focus on and pride ourselves on, but I don't know if we're going to need a new goalie when we go up to the championship. And I hate to think that far ahead, but I don't really. I don't really, because we're going to be the best team in League One. We should be the best team in League One. Stuart McKenzie is here through next year. Mark Anderson is honestly like, the physicals aren't great, but he's really not that awful. If you ignore the downward facing arrows and the 1.5 star rating, he really actually isn't that bad. This guy's pretty bad, but he's on a non-contract. I guess we could use another goalie, but again, there's a few things we're going to address once we actually know how much money we have, once all these other signings go through. And Hibernian versus Celtic is the final of the Scottish Cup. Now I think we're going to watch this. Celtic wins 3-1. Conor McGregor scoring. Oh, it's Callum McGregor. Conor McGregor scoring the winning goal for Celtic. Kerr Young. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be a tough moment here for some guys. Some players that we're going to let go on end of contracts. I agree with them that Harry McLinden is still young, still not that bad, and I would love to loan him out to some team in England, no problem. So we'll give him a new contract. Jack Main was wanted by Edinburgh City. He only has 4 determination. I feel like he kind of belongs at a team like Edinburgh City. I don't mind letting him go. Mark Anderson, we just said, isn't that bad. We'll just give him a new future prospect contract on the cheap. So Jack Main, we are actually going to set for release. Sam Gordonley has not been good. We're going to set him for release. He hasn't been good on loan, even. Darren Miller. Bradley Barrett. Craig Moore. I don't know about Craig Moore. Give me a minute on Craig Moore. And Kerr Young has sort of worn out his welcome over time from being the team captain and the heart of the defense. I think his pace fell off and the acceleration is very slow. He started having a rougher season as the season went on. His attributes fell off and he's fallen out of favor essentially. Craig Moore, though. Craig Moore, only 30. He still has that 12 finishing. He's not a bad pressing forward. I'd venture to say he's a slightly better poacher. He only scored 1 goal last year. He scored 2 goals in the cup. He's not bad striker depth. I'd say it depends on what kind of a contract he wants. Fringe player, 13K. We're gonna walk away from that. I'm just not gonna. We'll find a younger striker. He really would only be a backup. So we've set players for release. Celtic win the Scottish Cup. Tranent, which are an interesting non-league team, were the biggest overachievers. We've looked at this team before. Yeah, we've looked at this player, Broke Watson, from Tranent, rather. What did they do? Coming from Tranent, it just says they thrilled everyone with their performances. Apparently, the top goal scorer was this guy from non-league Cumbernauld Colts. The biggest match was apparently Stunhasmere versus Leith. That was the biggest match of the entire Scottish Cup. Okay, interesting. Rocco Friel, who we tried to get on loan last season. Okay, let's just keep going. This is a whole bunch of nonsense. Let's just keep going. And Celtic win a treble. What did they win? I can't really tell what exact competitions those are. They obviously won the Scottish League, the Scottish Cup, and probably the SPFL Trust Trophy would be my guess. And here we're finally getting our contracts are finally expiring at least. I don't think our players join until here. Here's where our players join and the transfer window actually opens. That's kind of what we're trying to get to right here when the transfer window is actually going to open. Our ticket prices go up to $19. Our season ticket price up to $224 from $209. And our projected yearly earnings, for some reason, are down. I don't know why. Probably because we're spending more money on the team. That's probably the only reason why. New scouting budget. We have 0 unassigned scouts. That's good. 10 recommendations to view. Our scouting budget is 4.9K. Then surrounding divisions is actually too much. So let's just keep surrounding divisions for now and keep an eye on it. We have some scouting recommendations to look at. We'll look at those at some point. Yeah. Previously scouted Toby Malarkey has been set for release. 78K. All right, no. Okay. From an English team who is paying him $80,000. $80,000 that we don't have. Okay. 3 transfer offers. Let's see. Interesting. Loan players to return. Maybe it's some loan extensions. I definitely want Jay Charleston King on the team this year. He's a useful player for us now. Joe Davidson has been doing great at Hurlford, even as a 16-year-old. We'll offer a contract extension there. Paul McLaren, they clearly didn't accept it. Beath Jr., I kind of want to have Paul McLaren on the bench for a while. John Joseph Delvins doesn't develop the defensive skills, so let's see if they want to extend his loan. Joe Spencer. I really like the passing on Joe Spencer. I think that he needs to play at a higher level, so we'll just have him get some left back minutes for us. Jack Main, I think we're releasing. Cameron Forbes is actually a very good player, so we're just going to keep him. He's a midfield option. We have a lot of depth, to be honest. We really do have a lot of depth. We have a lot of depth, especially with these loan players getting back. Ryan Kennedy? Who's Ryan Kennedy? Oh, yeah, he's a goalie. His loan doesn't end yet. Let's see what these transfer offers are. Mark Anderson, Bonnyrigg Rose loan deal set to... Oh, wait, we can offer a loan renewal on Aiden Gilmartin? That's a very curious... I mean, he scored 22 goals in League 2 last year with 19 XG. He's a really good striker. I really don't know if we can do much better. There's going to be options on loan from other teams. But he's already got a link with Henderson. One of the best players in League 2 last year. He's 19. Look at the attributes. So 14 pace, 13, 13, 12. 12 technique. He's going to grow more. If we can, yeah. No salary contribution. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I am ecstatic. We are about to destroy League 1. We're going to be the best. I'm really curious to look at the other teams in League 1 and see who has to compete against us, because this team's pretty loaded for a League 1 team. For a Scottish League 1 team. We're pretty good. We got a lot of players. And just as I predicted, we get plenty of offers from non-league clubs to loan Harry McLinden, which you love to see. That's what those transfer offers were. And Gil Martin loan extension to be confirmed. Let's go. We get our striker already. What a great transfer window this has been. In addition, I think we have Ben Brennan back on loan. Do we? Let me check. Ben Brennan. Brennan? Okay, dude. Where's a lot of players named Brennan? Here, easier way to find it. Schedule? No. Schedule. Schedule. Gotta be in here. Ben Brennan. No, we don't have him back on loan. I thought we did. I guess he's a breakthrough pro. I guess they don't want to loan him. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they do. Why did I think we didn't have him? Whatever. Brennan's back too. I thought we already did that. Okay. Okay. I guess it's a double party. I guess we're partying twice. Gil Martin and Brennan are back. We have a significant part of our old team back, which is badass. Hopefully, if Brennan accepts the offer. We also have Jay McGarva. He's a Matsala, though. He's another midfield option. 18 years old, some room to grow, left-footed. Why would Hanratty be removed from my short list? He used to play for us. We extend the Aiden Gilmartin loan. Very pleased loan signing and expect him to become an important player. He already is. Bonnyrigg Rose has been Brennan. Offer accepted. Brennan is expect to make his contract within the next couple of days. That is a good sign. Burnley looking to sign Sam Johnstone. I know you were all really curious about that one. Greg Young signs. This coach's contract expired. Oh, so we can improve the coaching staff. Although I am slightly worried that they're not going to let us, because we had... Oh, I guess he just stays, though. He's on a month-to-month then. If we didn't fire him, Darren Smith, he just stays on a month-to-month contract. I mean, I don't mind that with this goalkeeping coach, even if he's bad. Like, I don't mind it. He's wanted by somebody else, though. Kilmarnock, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, so our limit for coaches is 2. So I don't know if we fire either of these coaches. I think the problem is we just have to wait and see if other teams come in for them and take them, and then we can sign new coaches or try. But I think that if we do try to sign new coaches, because we're already 2 coaches over the limit, the board will just come in and say, no, you can't do that. So I'm worried that over the course of this year, we're going to, if we don't have some of our playing squad taken apart, we're going to have some of our coaching staff taken apart, unfortunately, even if it isn't a very high-level coaching staff. But you know what? I think maybe I can get out in front of that problem. Listen, this guy isn't that good of a coach, Darren Smith. He's just not. So let's fire him. Let's just terminate the contract. That's easy. Okay, we did it already. And then we're going to see if we can hire a coach, because I need to see if the game's going to even let me hire a coach. Okay. Darren Smith contract terminated. McCauley's loan ends. We barely used him, to be honest with you. We have a lot of midfield depth, like I said. Okay. So now we only have 3 of 2 coaches, and let's see if they even let us sign a new coach. I kind of think that the board will just block it if I try. We have plenty of money right now. But, yes, let's try to find just a coach. Let's do defending, attacking, working with youngsters, all above 10. Nothing. Okay. Callum Gilmartin I apparently had shortlisted. He's not bad. He's only 28 also, so he could grow as a coach. Although this guy is a little better. Again, English might want a little more money. Paul Thompson, Scottish, but slightly more average. Let's try Callum Gilmartin. He's really not that awful. A lot of white numbers, but I like the 11 working with youngsters, and he's got some consistent attributes, and again, only 29, so he can grow into the role. He also might be cheap enough that the board won't care if we bring him in as a coach, if we have money. But I still think the board might block it. They'll just be like, no, you can't have that many coaches, even though we started with that many coaches. Let's see what signings are we talking about here. How pleased are you to complete the permanent signing of Greg Young following his loan spell with Bonnyrigg Rose? Greg did well for us during his loan spell, and I'm pleased we've been able to secure a permanent deal. Yes, sir. We looked for Greg Young for a long time. We spent like an hour on stream looking for a left back before settling on Greg Young. Could Young would be a foundation upon which to build for Bonnyrigg Rose? He's got everything I want on a player to build around. Will Young be able to give Bonnyrigg Rose a decisive edge in big matches? I certainly hope so. How do you think the Bonnyrigg Rose squad will react to Young's arrival? We brought in a top player that can only be a good thing. Do you think Greg Young will go down in Bonnyrigg Rose history with the likes of Dave Burrell when it's all said and done? The sky's the limit. Greg Young is taking what Mike Flame is a step backwards. He found it tough there. Yeah, exactly, dude. He hated Dumbarton. What are you talking about? And also, this isn't a step backwards. Dumbarton are like a League 2 team. I mean, they're a good team in League 2, and we're a new team in League 1. How does the signing of Young impact the club's short and long-term objectives? Blah, blah, blah. What was the driving force? Because he's a really good player. That was the driving force. Driving force was him being good. McLinden set on loan move to Ramsgate. Clubs in Scotland release players. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh God, I forgot about the part where all the teams in Scotland release all the players. Now we have a whole bunch of new players to look at who are free agents. I mean, we looked at all the end of contract guys and got a lot done on end of contract, but our players also haven't come in, which makes that annoying. So we're still not totally sure of our transfer situation. It says we have about 90K clear. And it says we spent 105K and we have 198. So we still have about 90K to spend. We already have attack figured out. We already have both wings. We have Patterson and McGinchey. We have Henderson and Gilmartin if we're going to play a 4-2-4, which I don't even know if we are. Cudahy and Scullion in the midfield with a billion backups, no doubt about it. We know our back. We have 3 options at right-footed center back. Our best player is our left-footed center back, Dane Murray. And we have multiple options at right fullback and left fullback, so I'm not exactly sure what to look for other than a backup goalie, which we also already kind of have, albeit we don't really even use our backup goalie. We just use Patty Martin. So we're a pretty deep and pretty well-settled team, actually, right Damn, bro. How long has it been since I've had audio? What the fuck? I haven't had audio in how long? It's been like an hour, yo. What on earth? When did the sound go out? And it was really low quality before. I guess I just unplugged it at some point. That's crazy. It's been like half an hour. I haven't had audio for like half an hour. That's wild. Well, we're back now. All we've done is look through these lists and sign some people. I don't know. I don't know what on earth you guys missed, but I have been talking into the mic for half an hour to absolutely nobody. That's cool. Well, hopefully now the stream goes better from now on. But let's just keep going. Anyway. Alex Davey, Callum Hedrick, not that good. Let's see Alex Davey. I mean, they are our rival. 8 pace, he's fast. I'm fast. He's tall. I was looking at 6'3" when I said that. He's got 8 pace. He's not fast, but he's tall. He can go to Queen of the South. I don't care. I feel like when you see a center back with 8 pace sign with the team, it's, in one of the better teams in the league you're about to come up into, it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a sign. Wow, look at Brad Lyons. I'm sure he'll play for a better team than us here. Fraser Murray attacking on the left. Marley Watkins. Stephen Kelly. This is an extremely talented player from Livingston. 5'9", tries killer balls often. Definitely going. He's got an agent. Oh, no. He's got an agent. I think that's just not a good sign for us in general. As a League 2 Scottish team, when a player has an agent, I don't know about that. We have yet to have to pay an agent fee in this save. We have yet to have to pay an agent fee a single time. Lewis Kidd. Aaron Weirhead, Brian Graham. We just signed a player from Penicuik. Let's see. Peterhead, Roy McAllister, Elliot Parrish. Here's Ryan Strachan, who we've talked about before. Jordan Armstrong. Again, 9 pace. How about Queen of the South, Harry Cotrain, Kyle Doherty, Bo Anderson, Gordon Botterill, Kyle Doherty. Okay, Queen's Park. Tom Dixon Peters. He's just kind of average. I mean, fun player to see if he turns out well or not at 22 with the attributes he has, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be the club where we find out. Where is it? Keeps going all the way up to like J. We're at Q. Tom Dixon Peters, Patrick Reading. Was it Patrick Reading? It was Patrick Reading. Patrick Reading. This is an excellent player. I very much doubt he wants to sign with us. Transfer interest, none. Okay. So, he probably would have just rejected our trial offer. Joseph Smith. I like the physicals and the determination, but that is unfortunately about it. Michael McFarland. Aiden Connolly. Excellent attacker, it looks like. Scott Brown. 19 work rate, 18 leadership. Let's just say, I mean, we have to try, right? Gets crowd going, comes deep to get ball. There's a lot to like there. Oh, wait. Here, right there. Sorry, who was the other guy? Aiden Connolly here. Also doubt this guy signs with us. The technicals aren't super great when it comes to scoring. He is a little short, but he's good enough at everything else. And again, 19 work rate is crazy. Very hard-working Wraith Rovers team, clearly. 19 work rate and a 16 work rate. Tom Lawrence probably won't sign with us. Karen Wright. Definitely looks like a solid goalkeeper. I think we might end up with... We're going to end up with some kind of goalkeeper, I feel like. Rangers B. Kieran Wright. 14 reflexes, 15 jumping reach. I mean, dude, we're just going to have some decent goalies in here on trial. There's nothing we could do about it. And we're very confident in our starter, but again, we may just end up with a better goalie than him, and there's nothing we can really do about that. It just is what it is. Alex Samuel looks like an incredible player. 18 stamina, 16 aggression, 17 work rate. And he's only wanted by Harrogate. Dude, if we could get this guy, could you even imagine? Could you even imagine? We already have so many strikers. I can't stand it anymore with the amount of strikers. Some of these players are going to have to reject us so we don't just end up building a super team here in Scottish League One. We've loaned players to St. Cadix before. It'll be interesting if they have anybody decent. Max Curry, this is another interesting goalie. He's wanted by Spartans. He has 15 reflexes. Excellent goalie for a lower league club. Funny that he's even playing for them, being that good. Ronan Hughes also wanted, so clearly St. Cadix actually has some okay players. Andy Constantine, Sam McClelland. A goal. Is this a goalie? No, he's a center back. Wow. 20 leadership, 17 teamwork. I mean, let's see. He's got an agent, though. That's never a good sign. And also, we're good at center back, as I've said before. But we've got to offer trials to some of these players if we can even, if they can even think about playing for us. Fraser Taylor. He's wanted by Queen of the South, but to be honest, I want him to. 14 base, 13 crossing. Let's offer him a trial as well. And we are almost coming down to the end here of all these players that we've offered trials to. Okay. Sam Bird, Adam Brown. Wait, St. Roaches. Ben Lewis, Aliu Fay, rather. James Russell, Blair McIntyre, Jack Doherty. Stranraer, Chris Johnston. This guy's actually not terrible. Tran, we've looked at before. I feel like we're coming towards the very end here of the teams. Tweedmouth, Wick Academy. All right, so we've got a bunch of offers out now for trials. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, we get a bunch of rejections. Look at that, a bunch of rejections. Sam McClellan, Curtis Main, wow. So a lot of the players I was most excited about, I'd imagine, have rejected our trial offers. I was very excited about Harry Stone. That's disappointing. He wants star player. Yeah, so that's probably going to be true for a lot of these players who've rejected us, and it would just be a case of which one we're willing to offer a star player spot, which I don't for most of these guys, honestly. Like none of them. None of them. They're all excellent players, but we have starters already worked out for most of these positions. Lucas Smith, 18-year-old fullback. Used to play for Hearts B. That's a nice player. Pleskowitz, that's good to see as well. Would be nice striker depth. So the players that I kind of thought we'd get realistically, especially the guys with ties to Hearts, are coming in on trials as well. This guy from the non-league. Joe Morrison from Celtic B as well. Maikaita, who we've talked about before, also accepts the trial offer. But other than that, everybody rejects, which is disappointing. And Harry Stone, we're not going to offer a contract to at the end of the day, unfortunately. Okay, Lucas Smith. Excellent player, wanted by Cove Rangers and by Hamilton, unfortunately. So Hamilton will probably get him. They're higher up the leagues. It's definitely worth trying to get this guy, though. He's a great player. Approach to sign. He does want star player, which is troubling because I'm fairly sure we gave... he's already in. Who did we give? Star playing time? Young. There we go, Young. No, it says regular starter. Huh. He's gonna be mad. Like, where's the... One sec, wait. We already have contract details. I don't know. Okay. I know you can see promised playing time. I'm fairly sure it's just regular starter. I don't really know what that changes because this kid is going to want star player. Without question, Lucas Smith. So you know what? I'll just offer. Let's see what he wants. Wow, that's cheap. 4.5K and he wanted star player? I mean, sure. I mean, we have to put in an offer to be able to compete with the other teams that are going to want him because they're like other teams in our league are going to want him and he comes from our affiliate. Fine, sure. It might create a mess with the playing time, but I'm going to be okay. You know what it does mess up, though? Paying 4.3 to a star player. You know what? No, it actually might help our pay scale, actually paying 4.3 to a star player. I don't think it'll hurt our pay scale paying even less to a star player. I think that'll actually end up being a good thing. Simon Pleskowitz, I think his name is pronounced there. He just wants breakthrough prospect. And let's see if we can get him. That will add some much-needed striker depth. Mackenzie Ross, another impressive striker prospect. He's wanted by Wraith Rovers, who I think are in the league above. I think they're in the championship. They are. Only interested should other targets for the position not be possible. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we can beat them to the punch, I feel like, on Mackenzie Ross here. He wants important player. That just straight up isn't going to happen. I would only want Mackenzie Ross on a prospect contract, especially with the 3 vision. It's not that I don't think he can play the games, but the 4 bravery, 4 concentration, 3 vision, there's a lot of stuff wrong. How about... No, he's not going to take... Oh, he does take squad player. Okay, sure. 4.7K. Take out the relegation release clause. I mean, we're not getting... You know what? Fine. We're not getting relegated. We're not going to get relegated from League One. That's not happening. Darren Keeson. This guy is kind of forgettable. I like the mental 5 work rate. No. Not with a 5 work rate. Joe Morrison. If he wants starter, yeah. If he wants starter, no. If he wants backup, quite possibly. Tyler Makita. Again, it depends on what he wants. It depends on the contract. I'm not in love with the 9 stamina. I'm not in love with the defense either. I really like the mentals. He's 22. It's a tough decision, to be honest, on Tyler Makita here. Let's try Joe Morrison here. He wants breakthrough prospect. That is perfectly fine with me. We are bringing in a lot of talented players this offseason. And let's see, Tyler Makita, he wants important player. It says he's a leading championship player. I don't know about that with 7 pace and 9 stamina. There's some things lacking here for Tyler Makita. And we also have a pretty nice midfield duo. And like, what is his playmaking is good. All right, fine. Fine. He's got good playmaking. Regular starter? Come on. You know you want to do regular starter. I kind of don't want to give him important player. What? Why can't I? All right, fine. Here, can we just... I don't really want to give him important player, man. I really don't. I really kind of don't. 20K a year? I'm good. I kind of don't. I kind of don't, dude. He's good. I don't think he's that good. I think we're going to have other options to find somebody in the midfield with some playmaking ability. So unfortunately, I'm going to terminate the trial. We've had an eye on him for a while, but that's just too much money. It's just not quite the right fit. Offers made for Allen. That's disappointing and not terribly surprising. We can definitely pay him more money, though. I'll just put this offer up to 23K with a 3K bonus and see if he actually decides to come player, because that's about as high as I'm willing to go on, a depth striker option. You know what? Let's attend this meeting because I want to see some individual training. Move on. Not that one. I think we have better corner takers than Liam Scullion. I don't believe you that our best corner kick taker is a 7, but we can double check that. Technicals. Where are corners? Attributes. Is it an attacking? Where's corners? Passing? There is no passing. Physical? It's not in physicals. It should be in technicals. I don't see it though. Mental? How would crossing be in... No, sorry, not crossing. How would corner kicks be in mentals? Physical. Mental. Don't see crossing anywhere. Technical. Goalkeeping. Defensive. Attacking. Here, crossing. Jesus, finally. Yeah, Dylan Patterson can cross. Ennis Murray can cross. Greg Young. And I keep saying crossing. I meant corners. And no. See, I fooled myself. No, I guess I just can't see who's a good corner kick taker anywhere. I mean, I guess you have to go tactics and then go to set pieces. And even then, they don't let you see. How do I see who my best corner kick taker is, bro? It used to be very easy to find this. It used to be very easy to find this in FM. To find who your actual best corner kick taker was. I don't know where okay. All right, bro. Sure. That's a mystery to me. Free kicks are right here. Why is there no corner? Why? Why can't you see who your best corner kick taker is anywhere? I have to go through my squad one player at a time to see who the best corner kick taker is. And come to think of it now, the whole save, I haven't seen my corner kick, who my best corner kick taker is. Corners. Add. There. Corner kicks. Yeah, we actually do have nobody good at corner kicks. And you know why that happened? Because I can't sort and see who's best at corner kicks on my team. So now that I can, we can maybe fix that problem. Ridiculous. Well, we don't have a good corner kick taker on our team, I guess. We score a decent amount of goals from corners, but that also explains why we don't score more. Because we have Dane Murray here, who should be excellent at putting corners in the net as a pretty good aerial center back. Ben Brennan agrees to join on loan. Charlie Makita, yeah, 9 corners. So I'm not even sure, who is a player we can bring in with decent corners. I mean, we can, yeah. I wonder if any of the players we're bringing in has decent corners. That'll be interesting to see. Probably not, because most of the players we're bringing in are, center backs. So they're not going to be great at taking corner kicks. I guess maybe McKenzie 4. Okay. So I guess we're going to have to find some kind of corner kick taker. I guess. I only guess. I don't know. Dan Wishart seems like a guy who might take a decent corner kick, even though he doesn't actually. There's nobody, dude. There's nobody. All right, let's just keep going. Let's keep going and get through this offseason, huh? Callum Bigger, not that good. Joe Morrison. Oh. Kettering from England put in an offer for this random backup goalie we offered a contract to. Saib, can't have anything. Lewis Davidson, I don't even know who this is. Again, your recruitment focus to look for a striker is never complete. It isn't possible for that to be complete. Here, let's try to offer Grady McGrath a free here again with the 17 finishing. A very interesting non-league player in Scotland, roaming around the Scottish non-league with 17 finishing. Let's see if we can bring him in and get him a better situation. McGrath doesn't want to sign. He wants to sign with Arbroath, basically. Let's ask our assistant to arrange those coaching assignments, although we just got rid of a coach. That would probably explain it. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. We try to sign a new coach, and they block me from doing that. So let's ask the board if we can have more coaches. We're in an okay financial state right now. So let's see. Staff. Here, coaching staff allowed. Let's see. Let's see if they let us have more coaches. Torquay offered me a job interview. I do not want to coach Torquay. I appreciate it, though. Ansel Bronsky. Oh, we can get Ansel Bronsky on loan. Let's do that as well. Loan offer. Oh, we have to wait till next year. He can't play for 3 teams in a season. So we'll make that loan offer. We need to remember to do that. Somebody, Darvell from the non-league, make an offer for Hines. Hines is a decent depth player, and even though he asked to be transfer listed, I'm not actually going to sell him. Sam McClellan, who we just looked at, with 20 leadership, 17 teamwork, under offer from both Dumfrielline and Falkirk. A Torquay offer job interview. We're going to decline that, of course. I declined Torquay's job interview because I don't want to coach Torquay United. That's why I did that. Hey! And they allowed me to hire extra coaching staff. Let's go. Let's see how many staff slots we have now. That is awesome news. Ryan Kennedy gets some loan offers. And Joe Morrison signs with Kettering over us. Awesome. So let's see if we can find another source of goalkeeping depth before the end of the offseason. Sam Kane. Let's see how many coaches we have allowed now. There we go. Okay, so now they've given us room to hire a coach. So Gilmartin probably doesn't want to sign for us. If we could sign Jim Duffy, that would be unbelievable. This guy is an insane coach. He wants $32K a year. That is a lot of money. He's a very good coach, but that's a lot of money. Let's try Paul Thompson. He's probably the best coach available, all things considered. Ryan Kennedy out on loan, and let's get loan listing some of our other young players as well. So many players in the youth squad. Let's see which ones we actually want to loan out. I've already loaned Davidson. Keith Bray. Yes, Keith Bray can go on loan for sure. He's one of our better players who could go on loan. I would like it if a team could pay his whole salary. Forbes, I'm honestly going to bring up. Oh no, he already is on the main squad. Okay, well, make him available for the under 18s, but he's gonna stay at Bonnyrigg Rose for now. John Joseph Delvin, it can go back out on loan. And I just remembered a player I wanted to sign that I said I was going to sign. He's just a depth wing option. Leroy Makarava also can definitely go out on loan. Callum Gardnier, we've sent it on loan every time. Oh, I guess we'll just release him on a free. He's not even good. Okay. Peterhead offer us a job interview. Why would I go back down the leagues? I like how I beat them and then they offered me a job interview. Non-nana boo-boo. That's how I feel, Peterhead. Hey, and we get Pleskowitz from Hearts. 3.6K. I am very interested to see if we get that other Hearts player, Lucas Smith, who we've offered star player playing time, and we have a competition for star player playing time that I'm not sure I can actually give him. And Clyde signed Jamie Mason, the experienced winger. Mackenzie Ross signs with Bonnyrigg Rose. I hope this isn't the guy we offered. Here, we offered him squad player. That's much better. That is much preferable. Speculation mounts over Peterhead job. Let's see who they want. I mean, they offered me, so it'll be interesting to see who they actually do hire. Who's McMahon? Oh, he's a goalkeeper, I see. So it's just a goalkeeper signing. Not a big deal. Bonnyrigg Rose signed Ross Cudahy to welcome Mackenzie Ross. Pleskowitz to be unveiled by me. How satisfying is it to complete the signing? Very satisfying. One player can improve the difference between winning and losing. Yes, sir. He's 18 years old. He's one for the future. I can endorse his quality, but we don't know how good he is yet, man. There's no generation gap. Don't be worried. He will absolutely fit my tactics. He'll have a clear and specific need. He's a striker. Skowitz, he has existing friendships. He loves everybody. Everyone loves everyone. Very positive attitude. EA, great, cool. And here comes all of our players actually joining, and we're going to have a bit of a better idea of our money situation. And I think I'll go on break after that happens. Pleskowitz is going to be brought up to the first team, but he will be available for the under 18s. He's on Brave to Prospect. The 15 finishing is wonderful. The 14 off the ball as well. I've got a lot of players that I want to try to play in these exciting preseason friendlies that we're going to have. And I do actually like to coach friendlies, unlike a lot of FM players. I do actually coach my own team's friendlies. I know I'm a weirdo. And the other player I wanted to sign was Given and Lovu. Given and Lovu. Contracted to civil service, 20 years old. He's just going to be some wing depth. I wanted to sign this player for a bit. Bit of a lower level guy, but remember, we're going after a lot of players who are a bit above our level. In Scotland, civil service want a loan back. He wants a lot of money for a prospect. For a future prospect. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I think he saw that we were a League 2 team and he was like, oh, a bunch of money? And it's like, nope, we don't have a bunch of money. You were supposed to be a cheap signing. Sorry. Allen accepts the offer from Arbroath. I am heartbroken and devastated. Spartans have made an offer for Lucas Smith. I am shaking with rage and envious jealousy. We now have more coaching staff at Bonnyrigg, as we said. I'm mad that Jordan Allen signed somewhere else. We have other striker options, of course, but it is frustrating. And we will up our contract offer to Lucas Smith up to a starter wage. We'll give him 11.5K. We'll give him 1K signing on fee. We'll give him some real professional level bonuses here and hope that he signs with us over Spartans. $75 appearance fee. Here you go, Lucas Smith. Pretty sweet contract for an 18-year-old, if I don't say so myself. And let's see if he accepts that. We already have a very solid team, though, no matter what happens. And we get a new coach in Paul Thompson. Huddersfield have signed the entire roster of Nottingham Forest. That's a very, very exciting news. And then after signing the entire roster of Nottingham Forest, the entire roster of Nottingham Forest then retired, which is really, really sad. So it just is. Sometimes that happens in soccer, though. Sometimes you got to just sell, a team, the entirety of one team to another team, and then they all retire in protest. And I will not be reading any deeper into those headlines. That is what happened. And we'll ask Paul Thompson to make us a signing recommendation. Arbroath make a Lewis McGregor offer, which Lewis McGregor is one of the players I thought I was going to try to sign at the start of this offseason, but we've ended up going in different directions at a wing, which, McGinchey is an incredible player. I kind of can't wait till we get these signings in and we can actually put together our team. And look at that. Lucas Smith has rejected Spartans and signs with Bonnyrigg Rose, and we get an even better left back, quite possibly, than the already pretty good one we already have. Smith to be unveiled, and McClellan signs with Falkirk. That is a very high-level team for Sam McClellan. We were right about how high quality of a player he was when we saw him get released by Celtic. We are not going to be changing for Lucas Smith. Lucas Smith will find it easy to settle in. He's released from Hearts, but he shouldn't have been. And I am very excited to actually put this team together. There absolutely should be deals in the coming weeks. Do not you worry. And the League 2 window opens and in come all of our new signings. And we also get a job offer from Larne, which we will decline. Lots of teams asking for our services. Team in England, team in Northern Ireland, team in Scotland so far. Peterhead, interestingly, was the Scottish team, which is hilarious given that we knocked them out last year. Ants Carroll. It's like Andy Carroll, except he's an ant. Salou Toure. Chris Kane, they signed from us. They signed Chris Kane and Dean Brett from us, two of our emergency backups. And we secure deals for 9 players. Bapti, who will be a backup left back. Sonker, who will probably be a backup center back, although he should get into plenty of games with that jumping reach. Kyle Simple, who will back up both center and left back. Josh Grigor, a backup center back. Matty Allen, another center back, probably going to be the starter. You know what? No, Grigor's probably going to start. Matty Allen will probably be the backup. Bianco is a depth player. We'll probably actually just send him out on loan for now. You know what? No, I'll move him to the senior squad. He'll get some looks at center mid, and if we end up using an attacking midfielder, he'll be near the top of the list for that. And then who's next? Blair Curry is our new backup goalie. That's excellent. We've worked hard to find a backup goalie. Kieran McKenzie is going to be a star for us up front as a winger, and Fergus Owens is going to be a depth center back as well. So we have a lot of center backs here, and we're probably going to end up having to loan out at least one of them or get rid of at least one of them. Fergus Owens, honestly, would be a nice player to loan for a while, even though we've got him on regular starter. I think he'll be quickly disappointed if that's his expectation. So Ben Brennan is going to come in. Pleskowitz is going to go on the bench. Curry is going to be our backup goalie. Makarava, I think, is going to get loaned out. There. Josh Grigor will play there. Hilton and Brennan have a link, which is nice, although I don't think Hilton is going to start because where is McKenzie? There's McKenzie right there. He's going to start as is he a winger? He is a winger. And we'll use Patterson, I think, is more of a support winger. I mean, he is a better finisher. I mean, neither of them are bad. Neither of them are bad at all. I think we can just have them both on attack for now. I'm glad Charleston King is back. Fergus Owens will definitely make the bench, though. Angus Mailer definitely makes the bench still. Ryan Marshall is like 18 years old, so Mackenzie Ross here. Lucas Smith is going to be the left back and Greg Young is going to be like the best player on the entire bench. An extremely good defensive player to bring off the bench. We're an extremely deep team. And even better, I don't think we have too many guys promised incorrect playing time either. So we're in pretty good shape for the team to have, a good mental situation as well. Matty Allen, who are we going to put in at fullback instead? Yeah, I think Dean Watson. Mackenzie Lemon definitely needs to go out on loan. He can be on the bench for here. Hilton needs to be on the bench. And that's about it. A lot of it's helping me realize who on my squad now constitutes depth. I don't really even know if we have too much room for example, a guy like not Ryan McGinnis. Where is he? Ennis Murray. Like I don't know how many games Ennis Murray is even going to get into, which is sad because he is a pretty good player. But even then, we have a guy like Jay McGarva, who I might want to give minutes to over him. Although McGarva should go on loan because I mean the four dribbling is crazy. How are you a Metsala at all with 4 dribbling? That's stretching the definition of Metsala. To be real, we need to go into his training. Well, we can't change training right now, can we? Does attacking movement count dribbling? I think he really does just need to be focusing on dribbling if he's going to call himself a Metsala. Anyway, my voice is tired. My mic quit on me for about half an hour, unfortunately. But I was talking that entire time, so my voice is pretty tired. I'm going to take a break, and then I will be right back with more Football Manager. Okay. All right, boys, and we're back. Okay. And let us continue. What does this must respond to? It's a press conference about the 35 signings that we just made. I am extremely proud to be able to welcome these new players to the club. Josh Grigor, you may recall parting company with Grigor. You may recall selling him to Inverness. Why have you decided to bring him back? Because we wanted the money, and we got the money, and now he's back again. And we made the money, and he didn't even have to play a game for Inverness. Bringing Grigor back for a second spell is a decision which has been met with quite some discussion. Do you foresee it having a positive effect? Having Josh back at the club is good for everyone involved. How important will Kieran McKenzie be in helping Bonnyrigg Rose be successful in the future? He's gonna score 5 goals a game. Grigor's best position is center defender. Absolutely. I firmly believe he can be a good player for us, despite being linked with bigger clubs. Kieran McKenzie's actually low to his potential because no one plays him enough, and we're going to play him every game for us. Ogres and Josh Grigor are the same exact player. I want competition for places. I want good players to challenge each other. Yes, sir. Pretty busy transfer window and signing young players. Absolutely. European competition rankings. The Cinch Premiership remains at 9th position in the latest competition rankings list. That's not actually maybe even as low as I thought. English Premier League holds on to pole position. Most improved top flight was the Sports Direct Premiership. Not even sure what that is. Oh, Northern Ireland, which that makes a lot of sense because it's actually loaded into the game. So yeah, it would get better. It's actually loaded in. Yeah. And so the two highest leagues are England and Italy, which is hardly surprising. Peterhead hire former Glenafton coach Mark Roberts, who was out of work before and floating around. Definitely not as good of a coach as yours truly. Gary Forrest. I don't know who this guy is. Josh Skelly has scored on us before for Frofar. He was in the non-league. He's going to stay in the non-league, it looks like, unfortunately. And let's just double check striker depth here because we missed out on that striker we were trying to sign. We have Pleskowitz. I mean, listen, 15 finishing. I think we kind of owe it to ourselves to see what this guy has. We got to loan some of these players out, though. I think that's really we should loan somebody in, but we also have to loan these guys out, just straight up. These guys need to get loaned out, badly. We have too many players. We have too many players. Ryan Marshall. Oh yeah, this is our regen. I do want to give him some games in friendlies, but he also probably should either be down there or loaned out. McGinnis is decent striker depth, but I think especially at this point in his development, he'd do better being loaned out. He scored some goals on loan last year. But let me just double check our striker depth because that's what I wanted to do. We have Henderson and Gilmartin. We have Batchelor. We have Pleskowitz. We have a lot of good players. Charleston King. Charleston King should get some playing time with us. I think that sort of pushes. But I don't know. See, who is the main backup is my problem. Who is the main backup? You know? We aren't currently... Oh, this guy just isn't coming until... He's going to be a wing player, though. He only has 6 pace as well. Another slow Scottish player. Big shock. But Makarava is going out on loan, though. That's just straight up. He always goes out on loan. And the truth is, we have 5 loan slots. And we have Dean Watson as well to play on the wing, who's been here the entire save, and who I've never really particularly disliked as a player. 14 flair, 11 pace, 11 dribbling. And I'm going to end this stream, I think, at 7 o'clock and go watch the Knicks game. And so if you're in the Eastern time zone, that gives you reference. If you're not, then I have no clue what time it is where you are. If you're in England, I think it's midnight that I'll end stream. 7, midnight, 5-hour difference, question mark. John Joseph Delvin. Ryan Bapty. Yeah, Ryan Baptiste is just going to be a depth player. But yeah, there are some guys we need to loan out. I think Keith Bray, he's good enough to play. He's 19. I don't know why he'd be on the loan list. But like, I think it really depends on who we bring in on loan. Honestly, it's pretty likely that we do end up loaning Bray. Actually, now that I think about it, just because we're gonna bring in, I think we're probably gonna. No, you know what? We have three loan spots left, and I know that we're gonna use one of them on a winger. I know that we are. Although I'm not unhappy with Patterson and McKenzie starting. I don't know why they're listed as a 2-star and a 2.5-star. I think they're both a little better than that, especially for this level. Patterson was one of our best players last year, 16 assists in 31 games. He's one of the best playmakers in the team. He can even play as a playmaker in midfield. And, the jury's out on McKenzie. We probably overpaid. Our scouts just don't like him and say he's a fringe player. We gave him star player and all this stuff. And we just got to hope our scouts are wrong. He didn't perform for Bonnyrigg. For Queen of the South, to be honest with you. But I've had my eye on him for a while, and hopefully he's a good player. I think he will be a good player in League One. I think he was just underutilized in the championship, and his development stagnated. So we're going to start him. We're going to give him plenty of minutes here at the start of the season and see how he does. But we'll see what kind of talent we can find available for loan at teams like Hearts and Celtic and Rangers. In fact, let's have a look right now. Hamilton, an offer for Harley Ewing. This guy isn't that terrible of a player. He's 5'9". I remember this guy, yeah. Wow, 15K. Oh, no, free. Free. Recruitment window, cool. You know what? We can take a look at this. I would like the wings to be addressed. Let's create a recruitment focus for this position. And let's create a recruitment focus for this position. Where else? I think we're good. Our star ratings are kind of skewed. I think Dane Murray is just an absolutely insane player, and he's like skewing the star ratings. Seriously. Mackenzie Lemon, I would love for him to go out on loan. We have so many options on the left. He's got such high potential. Skip to player status. Darren Hines reduces asking price. I'm not actually trying to sell him. Ryan Marshall is still very young. Skip to recruiting focuses. We're good. Okay, cool. Nice. Fun meeting. That was very useful. Inverness Locos sign Owen Hall. Max Ewan, Scott Leonard. Who is he wanted by? Oh, I guess Inverness are just willing to pay. I mean, yeah, he's a crazy player. I mean, if we can't get him on a free, hopefully we can loan him in the future. We tried to get him for $0. I think he just didn't want to sign a contract with us. I think that was it. We got him for he wants to sign with Inverness. That's why. All right, we get 3 transfer offers for Makarava. That's all good. Sure. Let's see. I don't know why nobody wants John Joseph Delvin. He wasn't bad on loan last year. He played in the non-league. He wasn't bad. Peterhead. Sign. Oh, Tom Ritchie. I thought that was Hamish Ritchie. They get a new goalie, Tom Ritchie. I would think Peterhead would probably win League 2 this year. I would think Peterhead probably win League 2. Let me see here. Season preview. Wait. Here. Yeah, right. Well, this is right now, but I mean, this is irrelevant because we need to start the new season to get actual league odds, unfortunately. Here we go. Cinch League 1 draws near. New Cinch League 1 season draws near, but I can't read. The build-up of excitement and optimism ahead of next season is likely increase. That's not correct. Is likely increase in just 7 days' time with the 2015-20. That's what it says. Don't blame me. The 2025-2026 Cinch League 1 matches due to be announced on Wednesday, June 25th. Okay, so we're getting our schedule in 5 days. Newly promoted Bonnyrigg Rose and Dumbarton We'll already be counting down the days to the new season's kickoff on Saturday, August 2nd. Fans have recently relegated Wraith Rovers. Oh, God, dude, Wraith Rovers are good. I mean, the players they released are good. So we have to deal with these guys. So this is their goalie. I mean, this team is wild. This team is crazy. This team is crazy. I don't know what we're going to do about this team. These guys are good. All right. Like, okay, attacking. Let's see. Yeesh. 17 flair? I haven't even seen a player with 17 flair yet. He's only worth 200k. There are levels, huh? This game is really awesome. There's a lot of levels. There's a lot of levels to this shit. 16 work rate, 14 first touch. Like, all these guys would start for us easy. So we might be up against it against Wraith Rovers, to be honest with you. But it'll be interesting to see. We've beaten League One teams pretty easily last year. We've beaten championship teams as well in the cup. So there's precedent for it. And Connor Doan, who used to be one of ours, he played very well for us actually last year before last now, is wanted by Hamilton, who I think are still in the Premier League. Oh no, they're in League One as well. They're currently working on other targets. We have a lot of center back options. We also have a lot of center mid options, and we're going to get more on loan probably. So as much as I like Connor Doan, there's just no room. There's just no room. Nathan Fisher. Okay. Patrick Reading. This guy's good. Adrionians are going to snap him up. And are we finally headed to the next league season? When does that start? No, I think in a few days from now. Not now. Code of conduct. Here we go. We're coming into the new season finally. We got the League 2 review here. Let me drink some water before I read this. Essentially 2 signings of the season. Dylan Patterson, see. My own scouts don't think I have good wingers, but my winger just won signing of the season. Bonnyrigg Rose will be very happy with their decision to sign 25-year-old attacking midfielder Dylan Patterson from Linlith Glow Rose in a deal worth around 8K. Patterson was in great form this season, providing 16 assists and 33 appearances for the Rosie Posey. Jack Perdue, OZC, Aiden McAdams, the goalie, and Nathan Cooney of Stranraer all receive consideration. There's the rule changes. Let me read this. Football Radar, Cinch League 2 review. Bonnyrigg Rose will certainly look back at some great wins along the way, with perhaps the most notable including a highly impressive 6-1 dismantling of Stranraer, an emphatic 5-0 win against Edinburgh City, a comprehensive 5-1 triumph versus Cowdenbeath, and a 4-2 triumph against Peterhead. Blair Henderson led the way to glory for the Cinch League 2 holders by notching 25 goals and out to sealing the Cinch League 2 a crown. Promoted Bonnyrigg Rose and Dumbarton. The biggest overachievers Cowdenbeath. It was a season to remember for Cowdenbeath as thanks to results like a highly impressive 3-0 dismantling of Kelty Hearts, they managed to finish 5th, 5 spots above their preseason expectations of a 10th place finish. They were promoted from the Highland League. OZC's performances in particular were a joy to behold, while Jack Perdue proved to be one of the signings of the season. The Blue Brazil, that's a great nickname, were one of the competition's surprise packages, consistently defying expectations and owing largely to an impressive spell of form between September and November that saw them rise to 4th. We're able to celebrate a successful campaign. The biggest underachievers, Edinburgh City, you don't say. I think they got relegated from League One and got relegated again or came very close. It was a season to forget, and Edinburgh City performed poorly, finishing 10th, 9 spots below their preseason expectation of 1st. Wow. Jesus. Due in part to, they were expected to finish 1st, that team, due in part to results like their heavy 5-0 defeat against Bonnyrigg Rose. You don't say. Bailey Kilimonek was singled out. Kilmionek? I got it right, yeah. Kilmionek was singled out as a particular disappointment over the course of the campaign. Despite getting off to a good start and rising high as 7th, the Citizens' inability to meet their preseason expectations therefore ensured they were instead involved in a fight to avoid relegation. Who is this player? Wait. they were just shitting on. Bailey Kilmarnock. Why did this guy have any expectations at all? He's a center back with 9 jumping reach. 19 years old, 2-star player. That he had expectations apparently. After a 1-1 draw, the best match was a 1-1 draw between Cowdenbeath and Stenhousemuir. I don't know about that. What happened in this game? This was the match of the season? How was this the match of the season? A lot of shots. There must have been some crazy saves in this game, huh? There must have been some crazy saves for that to be the game of the season. Must have been some of the greatest saves of all time. All right, here we come. New season. New season. And we get a new contract as well. And give me just one moment. I'm going to once more tell people we're live. And I'm also going to change the title of the stream, which I think is a good idea. All right. 1 second, guys. Let me real quick, can I? Doesn't seem like it from this screen. Oh well, all right. Here, let me do this. Let's go to stream settings. And let's Rose promotion pre-season Scottish League 1. Wonderful. Okay. We get $8,000 extra if we reach the 4th round. I'm not going to risk that. Let's just keep it at 3rd round. They want a mid-standing finish, attempt to be competitive in the Viaplay Cup, and reach the 3rd round of the Scottish Cup, which might not happen. I think we enter at the 2nd round, and we could get a bad draw as well. So that might not happen. I think we got knocked out in the 3rd round one year. I like this. They want us to play attacking and counter-attacking soccer. So, you know. I guess that just means have fast players. I don't even know. How do you play attacking and counter-attacking soccer? I mean, we kind of do. We kind of do play both attacking and counter-attacking soccer. They're onto something there. But I kind of liked the play defensively sound soccer from before that I agreed to the first time. They want a mid-table finish, like we said, and they want us to work toward a top half finish. I mean, this new owner is clearly a little more ambitious. Percentage of clump? What does that even mean? Okay, sure, fine. Relegation salary drop is weird. I feel like with their expectations, if we get relegated, they'll just fire me. Season expectations. All right, confirm. Respond. Delighted. I guarantee it. Whatever you just said. I wasn't reading that. And, okay, Viaplay Cup draw is right now. And we get our fixture list. All right, cool. That structure does look kind of... That structure... Dude, that schedule does look kind of hard. Wraith Rovers, Airdrieonians, Aloha, Montrose, Partick Thistle. We beat Partick Thistle in the Cup, so I don't know what I'm that worried about, but, like, these are some good teams. When I look at players from these teams, I tend to go, oh, shortlist that guy. That guy's really good. That guy would totally be, like, make my team. And yeah, these are some pretty solid players, to be honest with you. Even if this is just like their preseason friendly lineup, I'm not sure how I would be able to tell who their best players are. Well, here. General key player. Let's see. Yeah, like this guy's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. New Zealand. He actually capped for New Zealand. That's pretty nuts. 24 caps for New Zealand is pretty sick. Montrose. I think we're better than this team. These guys aren't that good. They don't have like a crazy good player. Except for this guy. This guy's nuts, and he's their striker, dude. Yeah, this league might challenge us a little bit. I don't know. We might finish mid-table in this league. We have a huge squad compared to everybody else in this league. But that's every football manager player. And we're trying to get guys loaned out. We're trying to get stuff more organized. Like here, Makarava. On loan. I'm not going to make any comments. Opening day, Wraith Rovers versus Bonnyrigg Rose. Final day, Spartans versus Bonnyrigg Rose. I like that. We have a rivalry with Spartans. But yes, we're going to schedule some preseason friendlies, and we also have the Viaplay Cup in addition to preseason friendlies, but I do like to actually play preseason friendlies in addition to the Viaplay Cup. We've done that the first 2 years, which is a lot of games, but I kind of don't care. And we got a lot of promotion salary raises. Look at this. So our salary probably just... are we financially screwed now? Are we never going to financially recover from this? No, we're okay. We're like 4K over budget. Let's see. Wait. Transfers. Yeah, we're good. We still have a little money left. We're good. We're not destitute. We're okay. We definitely have money for loans. We're not done for. And I just said that was an interesting headline. What about Crystal Palace raking in record transfer income? Let's see. Who have Crystal Palace sold? That just makes me curious. Wait, transfer history. Doesn't even say. Transfers out. Oh my goodness. Crystal Palace did go on a spending spree. They sold Mateta to United. Killian Phillips. Don't sell somebody to St. Mirren. Don't do that. That's a pretty good buy by St. Mirren. He's up to $1 million from 50K. Dude, St. Mirren are about to get a bunch of money from that move. That's a pretty sick move by St. Mirren. Caden Rodney. They sold Elise to Real Madrid. For how much money did they sell? Elise to Real Madrid for $128 million. That's really the main move. That's where the record transfer income comes from. But there's also Joachim Anderson to Leicester. And Will Hughes to Norwich as well. And the Viaplay Cup draw is today. Shine a light. I was trying to get some better lighting in here, bro. All right. So the fans want Fraserburg, which is understandable because they're in the Highland League. There's plenty of bad teams we could draw here in the Viaplay Cup. Bunch of different groups. Let's see. And we aren't a first seed. So we don't have to worry about it. We're not first seed. Kilmarnock, Falkirk, Motherwell, and St. Mirren are all going to lead the groups. Hopefully we get put into one of these 4 groups and not one of these 4. Because I'd rather not have to play Aberdeen. Thank you very much. We aren't in this pool either. It's nice that we know when we're going to get drawn. I think, are we drawn in this group? No, we're the 6th seeds apparently. Insulting. I can't believe we're a 6th seed. How dare they? We won the league last year. All right, bro. Berwick? Berwick are in the Lowland League. Bro, they're really putting historical into account. I think Berwick were in the English leagues for a long time. Apparently not. It just says they were in Central League 1 and got relegated to the Highland League. I guess it's just being in League 1 for that long ago. That's crazy. That makes them ranked higher than us. Jealousy. Up. And I didn't think we were going to draw yet because there were still 5th seeds left. But we draw a pretty easy group that I think we could actually do pretty well in. St. Mirren, Livingstone, Berwick, and us. So I was just insulting Berwick, and now we are going to play against them. Hopefully they don't make me eat my words. Spartans get drawn into a pretty tough group with these Fife, Inverness, and Ross County. That's a fun group, though. Queen of the South, and then who else did we draw? Clyde. Clyde is not a bad team. Clyde's not a bad team. So that's not a bad team to draw. Makes the group a little stronger. So it's going to be St. Mary and Livingston, Clyde, Berwick, and us, Bonnyrigg Rose. So not the easiest group in the world. Not the easiest group in the world, but definitely not the hardest. Definitely not the hardest group either. Okay. Continuing. Fraser Mackey. Available on loan from Aberdeen. He's a very good striker. He's going to go to somebody. Somebody's going to get a good striker somewhere down the Scottish Football League. But we are more so looking for a winger. And what I was going to do is I was going to schedule some friendlies in addition to these Viaplay Cup games. But we've already done that, apparently. We're playing Hearts. And why are we playing Norwich? All right. I guess we're playing Norwich City. For some reason, I saw they just bought Will Hughes for $3.3 million from Crystal Palace. So I guess now we have to play them. That's probably the best team we've ever played against. So what I'm going to do, looking at this schedule immediately in front of me, is I think it's not going to be a smart idea to come into the Viaplay Cup off of 2 losses, which is what looks like is about to happen to us. So I'm going to schedule a friendly for 2 days after the Norwich game. To be honest with you, I'll probably field our starters against Norwich and then have another friendly, give them maybe a little 45-minute jog in a winning effort against the terrible team before they go and play against Clyde, Livingston, St. Mirren and go do this cup, because we're going to get blown out by Hearts and Norwich in all likelihood. It'll be a good time for us to practice our defensive shape and our defensive tactics, I guess. Bank Street, who look like they have completely ripped off the Reading logo. And then can we get one more friendly smushed in here? I guess we could just do like a friendly before the Hearts match. There's literally nowhere else to cram one in, though. And honestly, these are all kind of friendlies, so you know what? It is what it is. I guess Bank Street can be the only bad friendly we have. I can't really find room for another one. Unless we really do want to play literally, like, this would be 2 days from now. I'd rather we just train. So that's a tough friendly. Norwich City. That's a very tough friendly. I would not have scheduled that friendly. I don't know who did that. Who in the team office scheduled Norwich? That really is the question that I'm asking right now. Who in the team office thought it would be apt? Stuart Heenan, and we're getting closer and closer to the time where I think we're going to look for some loans. Let's do it. Let's look for loans. Let's look for loans before we start these friendlies. George Robiston. Who are you? Non-league player. Decent finishing. That's about it. Adam Montgomery to a very good team is not surprising. He's a very good player. And we should be working on, this just reminds me, we should be working on loaning people out. We have a massive squad. Jake Robb, I don't even know who you are. Let's just release him on a free. Delvin needs to be out on loan right away. Well, he should be on the, well, he can't be on the under 18 squad. So, I mean, again, he's got a contract, so that's what I'm saying. He needs to be out on loan. And at this point, I kind of don't care if they pay the money or not. Just go. Mackenzie Lemon also needs to be out on loan. Bordering on McGinnis, but Niall Rogerson definitely needs to be out on loan. Daniel Hunter has good mentals, so I'm not sure yet. He's also 21, which is a little old. McGinnis is like decent striker depth. We're not that deep at striker. Ryan Bapty is just a depth player. Keith Bray. Are any of these guys? See, like maybe Fergus Owens. Maybe Fergus Owens. But Robbie McDermott, obviously. Can he go on loan? He can't go on loan because he doesn't have a contract. I'm honestly just going to cut this guy. He's okay, but he's like better for a non-league team, so we'll just release him. We already have Mark Anderson, who is a actual backup type player. And Joe Spencer isn't that bad. I think he actually needs to be on this team for now. I think we can even give him a new contract and give him a little pay bump. He doesn't want that much more money, actually, weirdly. I think he does kind of need to go on loan, to be honest with you. I think he needs to go on loan. I think he'd be better on loan. Now that I really look at it. McGarva, we have listed for loan. And yeah, that's honestly probably right. He's a little young and a little unskilled for now. Hopefully he grows. Dan Wishart, I honestly kind of want to sell. I'll just offer him. He says that he's not interested in being sold, but I mean, let's see. We're going to bring in more wingers. I mean, at this point, James Hilton is a backup. We obviously have J. Charleston King. We have Dean Watson. And again, we have whoever we're going to get on loan, which is what we're about to look at right now. But for now, Wishart is pretty solid depth. Let's see if anybody wants him. No, but we get offers for Joe Davidson. That's good. Zach McKay goes from Cumbernauld to Cove Rangers. Where is Cove Rangers? Cove Rangers are in the championship. Okay, I see. Yeah, this isn't that good of a player for the championship. To be honest with you, Zach McKay is not that good of a championship player. Adam Montgomery, not a bad player to St. Johnstone. And Hearts pay us $38K for our loan relationship. Let's see. Being our affiliate, let's see. Club Vision. Let's see if we can do an affiliate, a junior affiliate. Okay, they don't want to do it. They rejected me anyway, yay. Okay. Let's... Where? Hold up. Interesting team leader chart. Let's go up to the Premier League and start looking for loan guys. Because that's what needs to happen. Let's start at Aberdeen. I mean, no, let's start at Hearts. Hearts is our affiliate. Let's start at Hearts. We got to start at Hearts. Imagine if we can get somebody from the first team like this. Vancouver. I don't think we can compete with Vancouver Whitecaps. I don't think Bonnyrigg Rose quite has the muscle to compete with Vancouver Whitecaps. This is a insane center back who would immediately end all debate as to who our starting center back would be. And they would prefer him to play with higher quality players, which I do not blame them at all. That's probably correct. Let's look at the B team. This is where we belong. James Wilson, this kid can play soccer. We have him loan listed for a reason. He is a player. Bobby McLucky, great name. Great name. I think he might not even be as I don't know. He's got better work rate and stamina. He's really good. He's really good. He probably will go to Arbroath. Arbroath are hoovering up a lot of the talent up there in the championship. Callum Sandylands. Again, another great name. Callum Sandylands just rolls off the tongue. Was really good for Stenhousemuir. Yeah, see why I waited for these loan guys. These guys are good. Macaulay Tate, also another good player. I could sign all three of these guys. This is why we have this loan relationship, right? This is why we did this. Hopefully they actually want to play. Like last year, we tried to get these guys from Hearts, and they just didn't want to play for us, which could happen again. Thankfully, we're in League One now. So let's start with James Wilson, because I think he's the best of the bunch, to be honest with you. McLucky is going to go somewhere else. Let's start with James Wilson. He's the best of them. No salary contribution here. I'll give it. I'll go. You know what? Here, if they want regular starter, we can do regular starter. I don't want to necessarily give him important player and get myself in trouble for no reason. Sure, they don't even have a position. Wait, 6 months? No. I should ask for longer. Whoops. All right, I guess it's only a 6-month loan. We'll ask for a year on Callum Sandylands. Don't worry. Callum Sandylands will be here for a year. We'll teach him to play the left wing too. He's a good dribbler. He should be able to cut inside. We still don't have anybody that can take corners, by the way. We still have absolutely no corner kick taker. I can't imagine any of these. I feel like the game isn't really great with like young players having corner ratings. Although that might just be true. There might not be a lot of good young players who can take corners anymore. It might be like some boomer thing. Young players can't take corners anymore. Bobby McLucky, that's right. Okay. Callum Sandylands. Nice. A year. A whole year. End of season. Perfect. Suggest terms. Wonderful. Unfortunately, we're going to have them both at regular starter, but we'll deal with the consequences later, damn it. Macaulay Tate would be like the best player on our team. Spirited young midfielder, 14 work rate. This guy's just nuts. 14 balance, 13 passing, dictates tempo, which is awesome as well. Oof, we can't now. 65,000, we literally can't pay that. 65,000 is crazy. What if I gave him star player Hearts? Come on, we have a... We're your affiliate. Come on now. Pfft, never mind. Mitchell Robertson, no. Matthew Giles, not that good. I think we should wait on these Wilson and Sandylands thing, because I think there's an okay chance that they just both reject, to be honest. Craig Mullen is a perfectly adequate backup option. In fact, I'm just going to offer a loan offer for this guy right now because he is an insane player and they are not willing to let him leave on loan. Okay, cool. Liam McAllister is wanted by somebody. That's cool. Kyle Uray. Aaron Freeman. Benny Jackson Lueye. This guy's not terrible. I like the 14 tackling. Man, this guy's got crazy technique. It's a shame he doesn't play the wing. He probably could. He doesn't have great physicals either. The 16 technique. He's probably going to develop if he ever gets playing time, though. Leal Lawler. Luca McGinn. All right, I'm not sure on that. Let's go to another team because I'm like running out of inspiration here. This guy, 9 pace. I don't know. I don't know about relying on guys with unambitious as well. I like the 16 determination and unambitious. Again, it makes no sense to me. I really like the passing. The passing might make up for things. 10 dribbling isn't brutal. I'll shortlist him. Definitely, he's at our affiliate club as well. He can get shortlisted. But after this, let's go to Rangers and Hearts and the like. Rangers and Celtic and the like. Cifuentes, obviously, we're just like barking up every tree at this point. No, we can't get any of these guys. Let's go to this team here. Now we are in the right place. This guy is a really good center back. He's also Congolese. I don't know if they want... Oh, he is loan listed. Let's see. No, didn't think so. Yeah, we're not going to have as good of a chance with some of the better players at Rangers as we did at Hearts, of course. That's a great goalie. 4 balance is kind of wild. He's like an insane goalie, except for the 4 balance. Under 21s, it's just this dude. Interesting. Not a bad player, honestly. Under 18s, here we go. Cammy McDonald. This guy is pretty good. Right back, center back, up the middle of the pitch. This guy's kind of perfect for us. I think they're probably not going to want to, yeah. Yep. But it kind of sets an example of what I'm looking for. Somebody who can play center back and midfield, and maybe even also like right back or out wide defensively. That is kind of player I'm looking for. In addition, if we get the wingers that we've been looking for, we have to look for wingers here as well. The B team, Connor Ritchie. This guy's wanted by way too. Oh no, he's just wanted by Adrionians. I mean, we have so many straight. This guy's really good. And like, if we don't sign him, he'll go to Adrionians and score goals on us. He's got 17 finishing. I feel like, why not? Yeah, I mean, no fee. If we offer him, like, here's the thing: if we offer him star player, we didn't get that other striker we were looking for, did we? We kind of have to make this move, don't we? Because if we give him star player, it'll give him a reason to actually come play for us, right? Over Adrionians if they offer. So let's do that. And I think for now, I don't know what else we could possibly. Ben Summers, this guy's honestly kind of okay. 130K, only if they eat all the money. If they eat all the money, I'll take him. I mean, he doesn't. I want somebody who's more of a center back, but that's so nitpicky, I feel like. How many players are there even like that? I mean, this guy's obviously, he's a left-footed center back. He's really good. Who's he wanted by? I'm sure he's wanted by everybody. Nobody has a left-footed center back except for us. Finley Hale. This guy's a classic, center back. This guy's a classic center back. Just regular old center back. Mackenzie Carsey. This guy isn't bad at all. Again, way too much money. Got massive transfer value for some reason. That I don't think he's actually worth that much. Sure, higher quality players, whatever. Luke Kundle. This guy, again, just a crazy transfer value. So let's go to... How about the under 18s? Nicky Watt. Wanted by a lot of teams on loan. He's okay. Morgan McGinty. This guy is a crazy right back, but I feel like kind of not yet. Bruce Allen. Cameron Gemmell. Let's just move on. I think we're done searching for now. Let's move on and see what happens with these loans real quick. Let me just... Reserve squad. Here, Xander McKenzie from Ross County. I like the defense. I like the crossing. I like the passing. The vision isn't quite there. And gets forward whenever possible is a little weird for a guy with 4 finishing. But I will shortlist him. And I'll think about it again if somebody else offers him a loan. We'll see if we can get him as well. Motherwell, maybe. Ewan Wilson. Ewan Wilson has been wanted by Arbroath forever. He's been wanted by Arbroath since I booted up the game. Problem again is wanted on a transfer, and he's going to want a giant fee, and he only has 7 pace. Ollie White. We loaned Ollie White before. He only has 3 determination. He wasn't that bad of a player, though. It was not that bad. Adam McDonald. Very good defensively. Doesn't have the passing, unfortunately. Hard-working as well. But again, I'd rather he actually have the passing ability. Dundee United. Archie Meekison. Wow, this guy's available on loan. Let's just do this and not ask questions if they want to actually give him to us. This is a great player. Higher quality player. That sucks. That sucks. That's a good player. Matty Cudjoe, I doubt they give him up. Chris Mochery. Scott Forrest. Kai Frotheringham. Be crazy if we could get this guy as well. Nope. I mean, Dundee clearly have some pretty good attacking options here. Alan Domaraki. This guy isn't terrible. Good playmaker. He's not that great, though. Flynn Duffy, Rudyard Adams. We have shortlisted. Liam Trotter. How about Liam Trotter? Pace, stamina, tackling technique. He's wanted by Aloha and Dumbarton. I kind of feel like this guy's our realistic sort of range. I don't like the low determination, really. But again, he's really not bad. Sean Borland. Yeah, Trotter is better. Trotter kind of is the best player here in a lot of ways. Scott Constable is also kind of what I'm looking for. I really like the 14. The 14 passing 5 vision is painful. He's also short. He's short. He isn't strong. He's not good off the ball. And the vision is just destroys. And the 6 determination. Yeah, that player value is strange. For him to be worth $6 million already is kind of wild. I kind of like Liam Trotter. I mean, with the caveat, we of course don't have to take a player from Dundee, but I feel like this is realistic. It just feels real. Let's see. They want us to pay a pretty significant chunk of his salary that we apparently can't actually pay. Okay, cool. So let's just move on with these loan offers and see what happens with the ones we've already put in, because I keep saying I want to do that. And we definitely get some rejections here. I see some rejections. Sandyland's offer accepted. We get some offers as well. But Wilson just rejects our loan offer straight away. So let's see if any of the other guys accept. East Fife offers a loan offer for Joe Spencer. That is excellent. We will take that. Torquay make an offer for Rogerson. That's also awesome. We'll take that. Multiple offers made for Delvin. That is also great news. So we're getting some players out on loan now as well, which is great. Davidson set to move on loan. Caleb Goldie. Sellout expected for Hearts match. Hey, listen, Bonnyrigg Rose is gaming against Hardham and Lothian in the friendly is set to be a sellout with supporters clamoring to see their team at New Dundas Park. A capacity crowd of 3,000. That's going to be huge for the team. So wait, hold up. Now that we have an affiliation with Hearts, right? Since we're in Edinburgh, we're going to get this friendly match every year. And we're going to get this sellout, which we never sell out our stadium. We had the best attendance in League 2 last year, but we never sold out our stadium. We're going to get a sellout every single year from this affiliation with Hearts. That is a crazy, crazy move in this game. To like find out if you're managing a team anywhere, find out if there's a big team near them and get an affiliation, especially one that with a yearly friendly, because you can play a friendly against that team every single year and get a free sellout, even if you're in a league where you never otherwise sell out your stadium. That is nuts. So we're going to get some really nice income from this every single year. Sandylands also rejects the loan offer. That's great. So these Hearts players are just rejecting these loan offers from us. Who do we all still have a loan offer for? Connor Ritchie. Let's see if Connor Ritchie accepts. He's wanted by other teams though. But we're going to have to go back to Hearts. I believe there was a second option for us at Hearts that we were looking at. Who was it? It wasn't James Wilson. But we could also just get lucky, and there could be nobody else could come in for these players, and we could just get them as after if nobody else comes in for them. Matthew Giles is that's what we were saying. He's kind of exactly the player we're looking for, but he's not going to sign for us, I don't think. Let's go into season. He plays a few different positions that we need, though. He plays right back and he plays center back and he plays a sort of defensive midfield. Even if he is the best defender, he's got some other stuff to like, mainly the crossing, the first touch, the decisions and the pace, and the 15 agility. How about that? That's always useful at a lower level. And he says he doesn't want to sign with Bonnyrigg Rose. So, let's try this. Let's declare loan interest. And maybe we'll get another article. And let's see, hell yeah. Respond, you expressed interest. He's a good player. We'd really like to bring him in. I'm looking to improve the team by any means possible. And it says, he doesn't want to come. So these really good Hearts players seem to not want to actually move to us. 1 second, you guys. We're back. Tripod secured. And we're struggling to find loans again, which isn't terribly surprising. We're probably going to have to sign players from the championship or get loans from the championship or lower down Premier League teams, but the championship is probably the best source for us being a League One team. But again, I feel like our defense is always stronger than our attack anyway, and that's appearing to be true yet again this season. And here we go. Season start friendly against Hearts. This probably will be a loss, but it'll be good to get our guys some experience out there together. This is the starting team that I want to go with. But I don't think we're going to announce the official starters until the opening day of the season. Do like a big read of the lineup or anything. And I don't think this is necessarily a game where I want any of the, backups to be in. But we have a pretty deep squad now that I look at it, especially at defense in the defensive positions. And I believe Mackenzie Ross is a pretty competent striker as well. Yeah, 13-13. And then Plusowitz clearly has with the 15 finishing as well. So I don't mind him being on the bench for this game. But I would also like a guy like Hunter to be on the bench and a guy like Watson to be on the bench. Yeah, there we go. Hunter for Bray is a good move. King for Bachelor is not a bad player. But let's do King for Pluskowitz. Pluskowitz will play plenty. And we'll do Watson for... Not Wishart. Hines. Hines is wanted by somebody, though. But I like him, though. He plays both fullback positions. I don't really want to loan him to Kettering that bad or even get rid of him. He just requested to be sold, and I don't really actually want to do it. So yeah, we're going to use our usual tactic here, our 4-4 or 4-2-4. Hold up. How do I sound? And we'll definitely do mid block. I don't know if we're going to actually press. Oh, it says higher defensive line. So yes, let's do that. Let's press harder to start the game. And I'm going to be very willing to move these guys back, and we're going to counter attack, obviously. Because if we went attacking against Hearts, we would just be dumb. But we have a very good defense, as always. And hopefully we can get out of here with some kind of reasonable result. But they have some pretty formidable players, especially up front. Lawrence Shankland, one of the best players in the entire league. Onto Yima with 16 pace, so it's going to be tough for us to keep track of their wingers here. We're going to need our defensemen on their game. We're going to need our guys on their game, and we're going to put in with that in mind. We're going to have Smith and I don't really think Smith has it for this game, to be honest with you. I think we should put I think this is a game for Grieg Young here. I think Grieg Young belongs in this game much more than a... Are these all my... How do I... Why... There we go. Okay, good. That's better. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is Grieg Young. Is much better suited for this game. He's just a better defensive player. Scullion and Cudahy are already a very good defensive midfield, but who is better to be a support winger, really? Let's be honest, it's probably McKetchy, to be real with you. Henderson is also going to go on support, which is a little weird because I feel like the duties are now imbalanced. So you know what? I guess Patterson can't just be on support and McKenzie can be on attack. Fine. And that'll be it. And we just have to go out there and hope that this goes as well as possible. Let's try not to give up 7 against Hearts. We lost to them 3-1 in the Cup last year, although that was a very different team. It's a shame that this team's first time out playing together has to be against a Premier League team who we realistically probably don't have too good of a chance against. I'm not expecting a result today. It's all about the performance. You have no pressure. I'm really nervous for McKetchy. He's our highest paid player. He looked very good when I signed him, and now that he's at our team and our scouts have gotten a better look at him, we are not so optimistic. He still appears to be a good player for League One, but I don't know that we haven't significantly hurt our chances at having a dangerous attack in this league. Although we had a very dangerous attack in the last league. We're going way too slow now, but that's a horrible goal to give up. But, you know, we can just attribute it to rust from the preseason. It is a pretty brutal, immediate matchup, and thank goodness it's just a friendly. And also, we're selling out our stadium. Do you notice how full our stadium is right now? I think they might just be nervous playing in front of the fullest home crowd they ever played in front of. I don't even think we knew our stadium could get this full. Oda out to Pierrette. Co-trained to Rolls. Odeyama. Henderson, nice takeaway. McKenzie, are we on extended highlights right now? No, we're in key highlights. Okay. McKenzie up to Henderson. Kilmartin off the post. We almost scored against Hearts. Could you imagine? Oda, it's another deep throw in. When are they going to let me make the field shorter? When are they going to let me make the field shorter, man? When are they going to let me make the field shorter? And a big shock. It's another score from a deep throw in. Big shock. It's another score from a deep throw in. I'm just going to demand more. I'm not going to berate them. That would be mean. But let's just go balanced. We're at home. Why not? Why not go balanced? Let's stop working the ball into the box. I think we need to just... I think we need to actually play at a higher tempo because Hearts can definitely press us. And I think it's smarter. Let me move my camera up a little bit, guys. Sorry. Hearts can definitely press us, and I think it's smarter for us to be a little more direct in the attack. Let's see, encourage. All right. I guess we're going to attack here at the end of the half. Let's go direct even now. And I think hitting early crosses might be advantageous. It'll let us, maybe stumble into some success here, getting some balls up the pitch. But we're honestly not even really playing this game to win it. Let's just say I don't care if it's a friendly. I don't like what I'm watching. Let's try to fire him up. Let's go on positive. We should definitely work the ball into the box here. It's a little risky to go work the ball in the box with, but we are still slightly shorter passing. So I don't hate it. Distribute quicker. Counter in possessions one is okay. Stay in a mid block. Let's do that. And let's not press as hard. We might get hit really hard not pressing as hard, but it is what it is. We're playing Hearts. We're playing a Premier League team. It's just going to happen. Cross for Hearts over the corner. We should make some substitutes now. It's been about long enough as a bunch of the players we just tried to loan in jog on to come in and beat the crap out of us after rejecting us. Lovely. Kyle Semple, Matty Allen. Who was the guy I signed to play a bunch of backup minutes? Was it Kyle Semple? It was Kyle Semple. Okay. So yes, Kyle Semple's going to come in and do his job. Owens is going to come in for Suncor. We're just going to get a look at our backups. Oh, wait, Suncor was already on. Whoopsie. I subbed off Suncor for Gregor and then Owens for... Okay, so let's just do Owens and Suncor. There we go. Wishart will obviously come on as a winger. Murray. Hilton. Mailer. Someone in my house is making noise. It's funny. Hunter for Scullion. Ball player. And then we'll do Charleston King and Bachelor. I don't know how much of a chance Charleston King has up top against Hearts, but listen. And just because, last thing we'll do, let's put it on balance as well. Let's put it on balance. Yeah, we're working the ball into the box. We're not trying to get embarrassed here. Let's go slightly lower. Let's hit early crosses. Let's play a little narrower, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do mid block if we're not gonna work the ball in. No, not actually the opposite, because we're gonna hit the ball farther up. So yeah, high line. Demand more. Not really sure what else we can do. I mean, obviously, let's just put player Curry in. Get the backup goalie some minutes. And yeah, that wasn't bad. We didn't get blown out. We almost actually generated an XG. I'm disappointed that we had so little of the ball, but I don't know how hard we would have had to have pressed Hearts to even stay in the stay anywhere near like 42% possession. I think we actually did kind of do ourselves proud. They didn't really like that, but it is what it is. They didn't dislike it either. But that was a very easy win for Hearts. But let's see how much money we made, and also more importantly, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We made hundreds of thousands of dollars from that game. We did not have, oh, maybe we did. Look here. I guess from competition winnings. Okay, so maybe we didn't make hundreds of thousands. We made around 60, 70K from that game, which we're going to get that every year because we get a free home friendly against Hearts that literally sells out every single year now. So let's finish these friendlies. I'm going to end the episode after the Bank Street friendly. This is going to be another really tough friendly against Norwich City. Let's see how this goes or doesn't go. As we settle a couple nice loans there for a couple players who did very well on loan last season. Ooh, and Broke Watson, who we looked at before, signs a pretty expensive contract. If you think we're overpaying for McKenzie, then we're definitely, these Queen of the South are definitely overpaying for Broke Watson. Rocco Friel. Ooh, Aaron Steele. I remember we tried to get this guy. He's wanted by Linfield and Cove Rangers on transfers. 4.2K would be a crazy price to land Aaron Steele at, but we already have a pretty well settled back line. I don't know that we really need Aaron Steele. We've already spent so much money in the defense. Who were we actually looking at with transfers right now? We've got Matthew Gillies, who we're also going to bring in for the defense, and Connor Ritchie, who I really hope we get from Celtic. I have my doubts over both those moves, though. What is that recruitment focus? It said it completed, that it's not done with. You aren't done with that yet. More strikers. Show me more strikers. Find me more. I need more strikers. Don't care. I have my own transfer strategy. I don't need a meeting. John Joseph Tillman to Broxburn Athletic, rather. Cardiff make an offer to this random player. Dylan Reed. This guy's pretty good, but I mean, it's Cardiff. We're not going to get him. And Connor Ritchie. I cannot believe that happened. Let's go. We get Connor Ritchie, 17-year-old promising striker with 17 finishing from Celtic. And I think that important player, star player rather, helped him make up his mind. But he is certainly going to be a star player, and we're going to give him his first appearance here against Norwich. How you like that? How you like that? How you like a game against hopefully a former Premier League team in your debut? Richie's going to be... Man, Richie and Gilmartin is a crazy pairing. That's a crazy pairing, man. That is a crazy pair of players. Like, what is this? Bro, that's just nuts. Okay. Gilmartin and Richie. I guess one will be a poacher. Maybe a deep line forward. I don't even know. What should Richie be doing? He really should be a poacher. A deep lying forward, I think, fits our system a little better if we're going to play a 2-4-2. Is he shorter? How tall is he? He's 5'10". He's not even that short. I feel like he really fits the 4-3-3. We're fitting the 4-3-3 a lot better now, especially if McKenzie and Patterson aren't going to be that good and we're going to have three strikers. But I don't think Patterson and McKenzie are going to be bad. I think they're actually good players. I don't know if Hilton fits better against Norwich. He has a little more flair. McKenzie, I feel like, is a little better for League One, and I feel like for games like this, Hilton might be slightly better, although we don't really have a great option for playing against a team like Norwich in attack. We don't really have a guy with really that special of a skill set, other than Richie, obviously, who, of course, can play out on the right, and we will probably use that on the right as well. Plenty. Not exclusively, but plenty. Probably until Celtic asks us to stop. Well, let's be honest. It's probably until then. So I do actually think the best lineup for now might look like this against Norwich. But no, we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go. I think this would be the best lineup. Let's do a deep lying playmaker here for Patterson, which he can do. And then Cudahy's just not going to start. I mean, is Cudahy a better? Cudahy's our captain, so we'll put Cudahy ahead of Scullion. Scullion's got work rate. Scullion's got work rate. Can he tackle? Is he really? No, he can't play left back. Sorry, right back. Huh. Richie's going to play there. I am going to use Blair Henderson still. He'll still be a target man. We need that connection up there. But Richie's going to be an inside forward. Even if it says he can't do it, I don't care. Patterson's going to be out there, and then whereas McKenzie is going to be over here, he'll be an inside forward. We'll have him use that dribbling. And I think that's about it for now. Yeah, because everybody's fresh and ready to go, and that's our A team. So let's go get our butts kicked by a former, hopefully, as I said before, Premier League team. And yes, they are 13th in the championship and don't have a manager. So imagine if we upset Norwich right now. They're 13th in the championship and don't have a manager. I mean, if there were a time for us to pull off something like this, it might be right now. Richie, Patterson, Cudahy, Young. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. Ray, Grigor, Brennan. All right. We're obviously going to counter, but they obviously have some players that are just beyond what we're capable of probably dealing with. They're playing a very deep formation, although this is like the best player we've ever played against. If that tells you about the level of a fourth tier of Scotland. Borja signed 16 dribbling. There's nothing we can do about this guy either. I'm glad they're playing such a defensive withdrawn formation. I'm literally going to press on the freaking wing backs here. Dude, 15 pace. We are up against it in this friendly. Who organized this friendly? Can I arrange the friendlies next time? Like Norwich? Why? All right. Let's try it. Let's go give it the old try. Let's go give it the old Scottish third tier try, huh? Go Martin. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I'm not expecting a result at all. No pressure. No pressure. We're playing a team from the park down the street next, thank goodness. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here against freaking Norwich after our loss to Hearts. And let's just do key highlights for this one. I think there might be quite a few. And it's another deep throw-in we're probably going to concede from. Kamara. Ooh, right to Martin. Nice. Good job, Patty. Get it out. McLean. We honestly are being kind of dumb playing two strikers against Norwich. Ida just pops it right in the net. Easy as hell. Easy as you like. 4 minutes in. I don't know who set this game up. Bonnyrigg Rose? I can just see all the Norwich players. Where is Bonnyrigg Rose? Like, what team is that? I think we just have to be more direct counter-attacking and sit a little deeper even. Just go deep, waste some time, and be... Oh, come on. That's a penalty. It's a friendly. It's a friendly. Let him play, ref. Let him play. 2-0. Martin could have saved that. Ida's going to get a hat trick before halftime. Ida is going to get a hat trick before halftime. I think we don't have any choice here other than to just go low block. I don't know how low we could even get. I don't know if we should press harder. I think maybe we should even risk trapping inside. But I think that might not be a good idea. I think there's really nothing we can do. Because if we trap outside, they're going to put crosses in it. If we trap inside, they're just going to score goals. Right? So I don't really know what to do. We could definitely here. We could do this. We could go standard low block and tell them to drop off more. I think that's smart. Tell them to drop off more. Slow pace down. I don't even know about countering. We kind of do have to counter when we win possession. But we're going to stop working the ball out of the box. I don't know about hitting early crosses, but we're just going to be direct. And I think because these guys are on attacking, it'll just work the ball out wide. And hopefully we'll get some opportunities that way. And we won't get battered too badly. Young has taken an injury. He wants to come off. He's saying replace him. Yeah, Lucas Smith, I agree. We'll just give Lucas Smith a game. Where is he? There you go. Okay. Martin into Young. Young to Patterson. Is he going to shoot? Almost. Hey, that's a shot on goal. Looks like a shot on goal to me. Our first shot on target. We have 40% possession, which also isn't bad. 11 shots for Norwich. Cudahy, Ritchie, Henderson. Ritchie breaking in. That was a nice shot and a nice play by Ritchie in his debut on loan from Celtic, playing out wide. Patterson inside. Kieran McKechnie with the header. 2-1 Bonnyrigg Rose, and our new signing, hated on by our own scouts, scores a header on the corner. How about a winger scoring a head on a corner? And we got another set piece here with Patterson. Smith, Murray, Cudahy shoots. Ooh, just wide. I would have freaked out if we would have tied the game. I would have jumped out of my seat. I don't mind if we're having shots from long range, as long as we're having shots. It is 2-1 Norwich City at halftime. We are in this game here at home, and it looks like another sellout as well. We might be about to get a bunch more money. And we can definitely tell how much money we made from this game after this game, because we were at 320K before it. Let's just say I want a much better display. I don't even care. I want a much better display. That was terrible. 2-1 against the team, the championship in England? No, terrible, awful. Bad. Do better. Let's see these players they brought on. Nunez, 11 pace. And again, another crazy player. This guy is 15 finishing. Fisher, this guy isn't great. Okay. Let's just keep going. Let's see. I'd like to maybe not give away so much possession in the second half. And we should make some changes. But the reason I'm hesitant is that, we are pretty well outclassed here by our opposition. I don't know that we should necessarily make changes to some of our more amateurish players, shall we say. Wishart can come on. I think Mailer would be a safe sub as well eventually, but we don't really need that. We need wide help. So Hilton can come on for... McKenzie scored the goal. I kind of want to keep him out there. And the only other striking option... No, we have Batchelor for Henderson. Okay, that's great. Sweet. I'm glad we kept Batchelor on the team. That's good for now. Six shots on goal. Or 6 shots, rather. 2 shots on goal, but still. And we have a decent amount of the ball. Honestly, we have some of the ball. We had about 59% of the ball before, and now we're at 60. I'm not going to take Murray off yet. Matty Allen would be the guy who would come on. McKenzie needs to come off for Hilton. We'll switch the sides there. Wishart will be a winger on the left. Hilton will be a winger on the right. And who's going to come in for... here. Murray will come in for Patterson. Hunter will come in for Cudahy. And that'll be it for now. We'll change the center backs in a few minutes. That obviously needs to happen. Hilton into Jerry. Goalie picks it up for Norwich. Pumps it downfield. Grigor misplays it. Cullen is in on goal and just slots it wide. That's not a good sign there for Grigor. Maybe needs to learn that stopper duty and not sit up so high, but he needs to be off the field anyway. Owens and Sonker are going to come on, and Gilmartin for Charlton King will be the final change. Batchelor will join him on attacking duty. Wishart will fall back to support. And I'm going to be honest with you. If we don't give up a goal now, I'm going to attack and try to tie this game. Crazy as that might be. McLean to Fisher. Yeah, okay. We maybe shouldn't have been sitting so deep, to be honest with you. We maybe should have stopped sitting so deep because we've been sitting in a low block. No, we actually haven't. Never mind. We're just in a standard, but we drop off. Okay, never mind. We'll keep that. We'll keep that, but we'll move the line up a little more. We'll counter, distribute quickly. Direct, that's fine. We'll hit early crosses now because we basically have to. But this game is over. I mean, we're playing Norwich City. It's a brutal assignment for a friendly, man. It's a really brutal assignment, but we get a full sellout, it looks like, or something very close to it. Fisher, Soncor, Hilton. McLean, oh, man. We don't really deserve that. We don't really deserve that. That was a brutal goal right there. That makes it look a lot better for Norwich than I mean, I don't know. Norwich had a lot of shots. That's probably not true. We haven't been watching the extended highlights, but we've got the ball here. Murray up the pitch. Are we going to take a shot? Batchelor, long shot. It just floats over the left post. We've put 7 shots on Norwich City. I'm very impressed, actually, by this effort from us here in front of a sold-out home crowd, as we have not played poorly in either of these games, at least not enough to hang our heads in shame and be embarrassed. That was really not all that bad. You did yourselves proud. That's all I asked for. Let's take a look at the attendance and how much income that friendly game generated for us. 2,383. That is still not at all a bad attendance. And sorry, transfers, where would it be? Finances? No, we didn't make that much money. Apparently we didn't make that much. I don't understand it then. I guess I don't understand how money in this game works. Let's see, wait. Yeah, I don't really understand. I guess. Let's see, who are we unveiling? Yes. Connor Ritchie from Celtic. That's right. We are very happy to have been brought in Connor Ritchie. Yeah, we've made a lot of signings. That's great. That's cool. And now we've got a game against one of the worst teams in all of the land. But let's set up the team here real quick before we do. Richie is definitely going to lead the line for this game because we're going to use our B team effectively. Matty Allen will play striker. We'll get Dean Watson. We'll get Charleston King. We'll get Kyle Semple. Daniel Hunter. We're getting all the backups in for this one. Ryan Bapty will play out on the wing. We'll get a look at him. What is Scott Adams? Oh, Scott Adams is that new winger. That's right. Let's put Scott Adams on the bench as well. For McKenzie, who's played plenty. McGarva can go in the midfield as well. Pleskowitz will be the other striker. That's awesome. He'll be a poacher on attack. We're just going to see what we've got here. Cameron Forbes. Hines hasn't played. He can play. Who's going to play right back? There's got to be a more depth right back. Now that would be Spencer, and he's on loan. Mailer, maybe. I mean, Mailer would be right. Let's just use Hines. We are really going deep into the squad here. Baptiste, Garva, Watson, King, Pleskowitz, Connor Ritchie. He's not really that deep into the squad. 17-year-old 4-star player. 17 finishing. Scott Adams. We have Watson. Let's use Scott Adams instead of Watson. I'm kind of curious about how he's going to play. How a player with such low pace is going to play. McGarva is going to be a Matsala. He'll be a Matsala on the other side when I'm running into the forward. Sure, whatever. Forbes Mailer. Is there another player I really want to see start, though? I feel like this is the starting team that I really want to watch. Mackenzie Ross is just a striker. But so is Pleskowitz. I mean, we could play our 4-3-3. We could do that. But let's put more interesting players in the bench Dylan Patterson, Liam Scully, Bray Cuddy, Bray. Here, Keith Bray. Michael Bianco also. Yeah, Michael Bianco. Oh, you know, we were going to start Ryan Marshall because Ryan Marshall's a regen. I just want to get a look at him. He's a, like, actual true regen generated at the club. And I feel like we actually, James Hilton can go off. And then Ryan Marshall will start instead of Hunter. He'll be a, what does his skill set actually call for? He is a ball winner right now, I'd say. His tackling's only a 9, but he's not that good at anything, actually, right now. He's just such a new regen. Let's have him be a box-to-box and see what he does. No, let's do box. Yeah, box-to-box. Box-to-box. Can he be a center mid? He's not. He's worse as a center mid. Okay, box-to-box. I just like saying box-to-box. Dane, Murray, Scully, and Hilton Anderson. I think we're good here. I think this is a cool team. I'm excited to watch this this young group play a game together. We've got Blair Curie as a backup. Let's use Mark Anderson, of course. He's actually our young sort of depth goalie who we might loan out. Okay, and that's it. After a long wait, we have finally assembled our dream team of backups to go out and face amateur Bank Street Athletic before we then switch back to our A team and start the Viaplay Cup. But yes, we're still going to look for attacking options, I think, on loan, of course. We're not done looking for loans. But this is going to be the last game of the stream here, this friendly. I may come back and stream more later tonight, start the season, but we'll see how I feel. And let's go. Oh, we're not going to be on. I'll just change up the tactics when the game starts. Ray Charleston King is offended that he's being used as an attacking winger. Offended. Enjoy the match. It's just a friendly. Go beat this amateur team 7-0. And our stadium is much more empty than it was when we were playing Hearts and Norwich City. But let's go attacking. Let's change the tactics. We're not working anything in the box. We're just going to attack all game long. Distribute quickly. Counter and counter press. And Adams is only not on an attacking duty because he's old and slow. Bapti is going to be... I think Bapti actually belongs on an attacking duty, doesn't he? Yeah, he belongs. He's an attacker from fullback. And Hines will be a support. That's perfect. Okay, let's go win 17-0. That's my requested score. Anas Platzkowitz, shoot. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. 49 seconds into the game, we get our first key highlight as they clear the ball directly to us. Bapti. We've got some fans in that stand over there. Ooh, and Platzkowitz scores. Plesowitz. Keep getting his name wrong. Plesowitz scores his first Bonnyrigg Rose goal, albeit in a friendly. And it's 1-0 Charleston King. And this is why we scheduled this game, because we need a nice little refresher win here before we head into the Viaplay Cup and play some real meaningful soccer that counts here in the preseason. Semple, Richie, Glennie. Oh, there's two Glennies on the defensive line. We got some brothers here playing for Bank Athletic. Adams. Up along the wing. The slow winger. They said he was slow, but he made a move there. And Pleskowitz has a brace inside of 7 minutes. Corner kick. Pleskowitz back out to retrieve it. Pleskowitz into Bapti, Semple, Marshall, Allen, Hines, McGarva, long shot over the net. Over the head of the goaltender, Skelly. And we're going to praise the team. Obviously, we're doing a tremendous job beating the crap out of this amateur side. As their header comes to nothing, the ball settles into the hands of Anderson. Anderson clears it down the field. Ooh, McGarva with a nice tackle there. Charleston King up to Adams. We have numbers forward. Adams going to cut inside and look to score, and it's batted aside by the goaltender of a Bank Athletic, Skelly. It's a corner for Richie. Richie pumps it into Hines, and it's over the top of the goal, rather. As we're yet to have a reliable corner kick taker, unfortunately. We have a lot of other things covered, but we don't have a great corner kick taker. Plesowitz. Oh, and Richie heads one, and then Connor Richie gets a goal. 3-0. And let's try to pass a little shorter. And I'm actually going to maybe put the tempo a little higher. Simple long pass up to Richie. Hits it first time onto Pleskowitz. That was a beautiful goal to give Pleskowitz a hat trick. What a goal. I was wondering at the beginning how that possibly could have been a highlight, a key highlight, and Simple with a beautiful long ball. Richie beats the right back, Glennie. Gets by him, one times it to Pleskowitz, and it looks like Richie and Pleskowitz already have a pretty miraculous bond here at striker, the two Lonies. 16 shots on goal for Bonnyrigg Rose in the first half, and that's why you schedule these easy friendlies. Spending a lot of time watching highlights so far. And we get to see a lot of our youngsters in our B team and our young prospects shine as Hines, the right back, takes it way deep, flares it across goal, but that's all. I think Skelly might have scooped that a little bit. So they have half of possession. We are dominating the game. We're doing brilliantly, as I just told the team. And we're going to keep on going like that. I see nothing wrong. Nobody is tired yet even. So we're just going to keep this tactic. Ball hits off the post. I don't know if they're going to count that as a shot on goal for Bank Athletic. They probably shouldn't. They probably shouldn't. Richie, whoa. Oh, I don't know what Bank Athletics got going on here, but they kind of look like scoring right now. And they do score. David Murray off of a corner. And all the pressure finally gives, and Bank Athletic get a goal here against Bonnyrigg Rose rather embarrassingly. We've given up a goal to the amateur side. Semple against Marshall. So we play a decent game against Hearts and Norwich City, but we also give up a corner kick goal to a team that plays in a park. McGarva now has a shot saved. Richie hitting the corner in. Pleskowitz to Charleston King, and that ball's over the bar. And we are close to a point where I'm actually going to make some substitutes. As Bank Athletic have actually started to come into this game here in the second half, and we should therefore shut up shop and play our usual game of working the ball into the box and taking things a little bit slower, sitting a little bit back, absorbing pressure. But we're going to put Ross in. Pretty much swap the whole team. Murray will be in midfield. We're going to give Forbes his first ever look. We'll see what he can do. Haven't played Forbes yet. We'll have him be an attacking midfielder. Josh Grigger will come on for Semple. You know what? No, we'll have Suncor instead. Watson for Charleston King. Wishart for Adams. Bachelor for Pleskowitz. And I feel like this is an actually better, more talented group that I'm putting in here than the one that they're replacing. So we might be able to run up the score on them a bit here. And Blair Curry will come in net too. Why not just do a full squad swap there? And all the players are mad because they're mad they even have to play in this friendly. They're mad they even have to play at all. McConville, Terrell Watson recovers. We're watching another Bonnyrigg highlight here. Forbes. Oh, what a goal by Cameron Forbes in his debut. Cameron Forbes showing off in what little playing time we've given him. We put him on center mid and attack, and he definitely listened. He attacked, and it is 5-1 Bonnyrigg Rose, as we are doing away with our hapless non-league opposition here in this preseason friendly. Ross, Grigor to Owens. Owens to Wishart, Grigor, Forbes. Owens launches it up. And look at this. We might have gotten caught out here. Long shot, and Milligan scores. And we've embarrassingly conceded 2 goals here to Bank Athletic. I'm not very happy with the second half effort. I'm going to make that very apparent to the team. Ross, Suncor over to Owens. Owens to Grigor. Defensive line passing it around. Forbes. Grigor can play out on the right. He's mainly a center back, but he can play on the right as well. Watson to Lemon. Lemon, the Bachelor, almost. And after this, the games will actually start to count here. And as we in-stream, I'll go over all of our off-season signings. And I think I will upload this episode, edit this episode, and upload it as a separate video to the channel as a bit of promotion for the series. Put some timestamps on it and the like. Wishart up to Watson. Watson down the flank. Ross to the inside, and that is batted aside. Murray. That'll do it. Bonnyrigg Rose, a 5-2 win. I almost said 3-2. 5-2 win over Bank Athletic. I'm a little embarrassed that we gave up 2 goals there in the second half, but I'm more impressed by Pleskowitz with the first half hat trick and a couple really impressive goals. That was a very good performance. As we hammer Bank Street in a friendly, and I will be back later for the Viaplay Cup. And actually, before we go, I will go over all of the signings like I said that I would, so don't leave yet. We've got Clyde, Livingston, St. Mirren, and Berwick. Not necessarily the hardest of groups coming up here in the Cup. But we'll see how far we get last season. See what we did last season in the Cup. Yeah, you can see we advanced into the second round. We got out of our group. We upset Partick Thistle. We upset Spartans, who have been promoted out of the league. Upset Clyde, who were in the league above us. And then lost to Hearts in an away match that generated us quite a bit of income. But yes, let's look at our transfer history and the players that we have brought in this window. Scott Adams is a depth winger that we brought in from Bucky Thistle of the non-league. Connor Ritchie is an amazing lone striker that we brought in from Celtic with 17 finishing and 13 pace, 14 teamwork, 15 determination, 14 flair, and 14 balance. He's already got a goal and an assist in the 2 friendlies that he's played. I think he scored against Norwich too. I don't quite remember, but I think he did score the goal that we scored against Norwich City, which is very impressive as well that he scored against a team of that caliber. And transfers in, I'm not going to go over all the transfers out, but you can get a look at them over here. Jason Jarvis and Neil Martiniak were iconic first season players. We're in year 3 now. Makarava was just a guy we keep loaning out. Who else is notable here other than just the loans you see? I don't know who was really that well known of a player that we've gotten rid of that really played for us. Declan Byrne was our main striker for a while, actually, at the very start of the save. He was our first main striker. He left apparently to East Kilbride. But let's see who else we've brought in. Dylan Patterson, that's not new. Oh, this is going to be like everybody the whole season. Yeesh. I mean, Kyle Semple, okay, so he's a left back we brought in from the non-league Gala FRFC. Good determination, good tackling. He's going to play a lot of center back and a lot of left-footed center back. Son Kerr is a great right-footed center back, very tall, good jumping reach. That's sort of his role in the squad. He's going to be one of the many guys competing for center back playing time. Ben Brennan was our starting right back last season. Very good player for this level. High determination, only 18 years old. Good all-around skill set. Ryan Bapty is a pretty offensively minded 14 pace, 11 dribbling, 12 crossing as well as 12 free kick taking, actually, now I look at it, and a high teamwork that might make up for some of his defense, and he's got good positioning as well. So he's not a bad wing back. Not a great defensive player, though, with only 5 tackling. But we are actually going to try to play him at fullback a little bit. And I think that could actually be okay here in the third tier of Scotland, to play him sparingly as a fullback and maybe a little bit more up the wing. And if we ever end up using just a regular wide left midfielder. Who else have we got here? We got Grieg Young on a loan and then paid $8K for him on a permanent. He's a very good left-sided defensive player as well. Never mind, that's our backup. That's our third string goalie. Who else do we have? Blair Curry's a backup goalie. Fergus Owens is a nice depth option at center back. Kieran McKinchie is a very controversial player. Our scouts liked him when he wasn't on the team, and they don't like him now that he's here. But you know what? I am absolutely willing to reserve judgment. He scored a goal for us already, but he is our highest paid player, and I don't know if he necessarily deserves that title, but he definitely has great pace and great dribbling for this level. I like the aggression. I like the acceleration and the agility as well. I don't think he's that bad of a player for this level, but in terms of if we get promoted, yeah, then we might have to start to worry about that contract, because he's probably not championship standard. That's why Queen of the South were so eager to sell him when I thought he was one of their best players. Josh Grigger is a very, very good center back. Mackenzie Ross is a very, very good striker that we got in on a free transfer. Simon Pleskowitz is a very good striker that we got in on a free transfer. I'm very excited for Simon Pleskowitz with the 15 finishing as well. He already scored 2 goals in a friendly. Ennis Murray has a very hardworking player, high work rate, high stamina. You brought him in last year. I'm trying to find. I wish you could set the difference between the guys that you signed last season and signed in this loan window, because Drew Patterson was like, so, oh, here we go. Let's go by date. I am very dumb, you guys. I am sorry. There we go. By date. Of course. By date. Someone's yelling in the other room. I'm sorry. I'm kind of distracted. Here. Okay. Here we go. That's perfect. Yes. Michael Bianco got released by Spartans. Young player. Good player. Ryan Babty, we paid $2K from Pinnacuick, who's a non-league team. We already looked at him. Again, not that great defensively. Here's the guy we're missing. Here we go. Matty Allen. That's who we haven't looked at yet. Matty Allen, nice center back option. Another guy who's going to battle for playing time at center back with 14 tackling, 12 marking. Maybe not the greatest strength, maybe not the tallest, but the mentals, I think, make up for it. And again, it's the third tier of Scotland. So he's a pretty good player for this level. Fergus Owens, we looked at. Josh Grigger. Should be the starter there at that right-footed center back position. Some really excellent attributes here. I love the 15 teamwork and the 15 determination. The 13 stamina is also excellent if you want to press people. But I think this was a very productive offseason. I think you've seen some good results already. I'm very excited to get into the Viaplay Cup next stream. I'm very excited to look at League One as well next stream and see what our competition is in League One. You can see the table right here. But I'm going to be back for the next one. That was a fun stream. If there were some technical issues in there, unfortunately, I lost my audio for about half an hour and talked to absolutely nobody. But I'm going to give my voice a break. I'm going to go watch this Knicks game, and I'll be back hopefully later tonight for more Football Manager, to be honest with you. I think I'll come back and stream more, hopefully. So I will see you guys then. Peace out. And yeah, it's been real.